What's going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live, going up on a Thursday. Great to see you guys, Doing a little bit of full screen, then we are going to break over into some charts. I got the Bitcoin chart up, a live charting up and ready. We will check that out momentarily. But let's get the greetings out of the way first. Got a great show, an awesome show lined up for you guys tonight. Glad you're here, glad to see you guys. Lots of members, lots of regulars up in the chat tonight, some new folks as well. A nice mix, just how we like it. Before we continue, if I could just ask you to smash that like button. It takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. Number one thing you can do to help an emerging channel like this keep emerging, right? Keep reaching more people, keep bringing more people into our awesome vibe here. If you're brand new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. You are watching Steven Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. Join our awesome eccentric community. I mean it. This is the best community on all of YouTube. I know I'm a little bit biased for my people, but honestly, I have witnessed so many communities, I've witnessed so many live stream shows, and I cannot think of another community that's more awesome than the one we have right here. We have the most fun, folks. Don't we have a lot of fun? So hit that subscribe, hit all on that notification bell. If you've already subscribed, I want you also to take a second of your time to hit all on that notification bell. Also, if you feel compelled to super chat anywhere throughout the duration of this broadcast, that's obviously hugely appreciated for all the time and efforts I put in. So feel free to field me with whatever questions or comments you'd like. I'll do my best to answer them and comment on them to the best of my ability. You could just super chat through the usual, the YouTubes. Also, if you're not a member yet, consider membership. It's just $4 a month, $1 a week. That's where it starts at. There's 3 different tiers, and you get a lot of value for that. And a lot of people have been coming on over and really enjoying themselves. Who do we got in here tonight? Let's get some shout outs. We got the Hump Deezy, we got Crypto Tank Girl, we got Will DeRuler, we've got Scott Herford, of course, we've got the Slay Blaze, we've got Alan Schneider, we got the Zombie Doge Army, we've got Bass Fisher, we've got Hector the Dude, we've got Casanova, of course, good to see you, Casanova. We've got Truckin' All Day, Bang Stun, everybody Bang Stun tonight. Tiffany, good to see you back in the mix. Am I missing anyone? Hunter Wayne, all right. Captain Howdy, of course. John Watson, what's up? Captain Howdy coming in, starting things off with a super chat, $1.50. Black Cat, I love it. Thank you, Captain Howdy. TJ Braymiller, Mike Tudesco, yo, Steven Steele, my man, been waiting for the next show. Notified Swede this morning when I saw Doge Matt at like 4:30 a.m. closing in on mints. Yes, we'll be talking about that tonight for sure. The family is growing. Good to see you, Mikey. Abstractus Artemis, Ramon, can't forget Ramon. Me, you. No Tap, good to see you, No Tap. Not to be confused with No Fap. I am pretty much a participator of that. The Crow, Doge Pilot, Carlos, Crypto Iron Man, John Watson, and the list goes on. Great turnout tonight, and I know a lot more will be coming in, but good to have you people here tonight, feeling all right, out of sight on a Thursday night. What do you say, people? What do you say? Let's flip on over to some charting here. We are in the middle of a Bitcoin breakout. Look at this, emerging almost up to 60,000. This is massive. Look at these gains we've just made over the last hour here. Just extraordinary, phenomenal gains in Bitcoin right now. Now, there's usually a delayed reaction with much of the rest of the market, but I do believe that this is going to have a cascading effect, not only down to Ethereum, but of course our favorite dog money as well, XRP, ADA, and the rest of it. But this is a good sign, a bullish sign, one that we've said we're coming. And guess what? I hate to say I told you so, but I gotta brag on myself just for a moment here. Those of you who listen to me very regularly, when did I say that the market was really going to pick up? I said it wasn't going to happen in the first week of October. I said it wasn't going to happen until the middle of October. I said you're not going to see any real big action in terms of bullishness until mid-October. And what is the day right now? We are 2 hours and less than 2 hours away from October 15th. October 15th, so here we are, exactly dead in the middle of the month. Precisely in the middle of the month. And it looks like the bulls are really kicking in now. Come on, folks. So here we have it. Bitcoin breakout. We are in a Bitcoin breakout. Bitcoin madness headed up towards that 6-0 sooner than many people, many analysts have even anticipated. This is a great sign for all of crypto. I'm excited. You should be excited. If this doesn't put some pep in your step, boy, we'll get it in together. Get it together. Get some momentum. Let's get some Doge momentum. Let's put a lens on this and let's get down to it, boppers. What do you say? Also, I'll be keeping a close eye on the chat tonight, so yeah. Let me go through my notes here. Okay, first story that I had up here is, and this goes within what within how I framed the thumbnail tonight before this Bitcoin breakout. Of course, if I knew precisely that this was going to happen in this time frame tonight, I probably would have put Bitcoin breakout on the thumbnail. But that's just the way it goes, and we readjust according to what happens in the market in real time. Captain Howdy says, feels good to be right. That's right, it does. Cloud Chamber says, you rock, Steven. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. Got to start hatching chickens to get in the incubator. Says Alan Schneider. Alan Schneider living that organic farm life. He's a man of the land. Raises his own chickens. He taps his own syrup. I mean, he's a real deal. Speaking of which, Rodrigo, good to see you, Rodrigo. So there's been a couple of fairly well-known technical analysis that have suggested that not only is Dogecoin potentially on the precipice of its biggest bull run ever, but they're saying that it's going to be it's looking like it's shaping up to be the tune of 1,000% rally, a 1,000% rally. And this comes courtesy of the Bitcoinist, actually, believe it or not. And it says Dogecoin has not had the most favorable few weeks on the market. Very true. Nonetheless, the asset has seen some upside this week with the price breaking above 23 cents. It has not mirrored the growth seen at the top rival Shiba Inu, but has been on a steady growth pace since trading opened for the week. It's hard to accurately predict where the coin might be headed for in the next few months. However, technical analysis points to a huge price spike. Reports recently show market trends putting the digital asset on a path towards a massive breakout. This rally would mirror the growth pattern for previous breakouts and will play out over the next few months. According to Bennett and Smith's analysis, all of Dogecoin's movement in the last few months has led to this month. Guys, this is what I've been talking about. The stability that Dogecoin has been showing. And that is what it's been showing. Essentially, that's what trading sideways is. No highs, no lows, only Doge. So that's what we've seen. I know it can seem a bit tedious. I know it can seem a bit boring. I know some people see this as discouraging signs, but I do not. This is an extensive accumulation period that we've been in. The pressure's been mounting. The pressure can only amount for so long in an accumulation period, especially when you're talking in respect to Dogecoin, that it's going to burst, baby. And I think that when it bursts, it's going to burst big. I mean, right now, what we're seeing, we'll see where Bitcoin goes the rest of the night, but right now, this could be the beginning of what I'm talking about right here. This could be the beginning, right, what we're looking at right here. Let me take a look at some numbers on the market here. So Bitcoin is up 3.5% over the last hour, and that is huge. Those are huge, significant gains considering that Bitcoin has the largest market cap in all of cryptocurrency, okay? So it's trading comfortably over 59,000, up 3.5%, which is massive considering the size of Bitcoin's market cap. So we are, this breakout just happened literally about a half hour, 40 minutes ago now. Let's see where it takes us. Let's see if we can shoot up to 60,000 somewhere throughout the next 24 hours. Wouldn't that be great, folks? Ramon says, my 5-year plan is to live off the grid. Hopefully I can do it in 3. Well, I wish you luck in that endeavor. You know, part of me would love to set myself up through crypto investments and NFT investments where I could afford to do something like that, and I wouldn't have to worry about running my small business and keeping track of all that stuff. Wouldn't it be great? Honestly, I think I would just marry, I don't know, maybe marry a lovely Eastern European girl and just get some nice farmland, right? Get a couple horses, get a garden, and just do it that way. Grow your own vegetables, maybe, something like that. And then do my shows at night. That'd be great. That'd be great. I'm not sure if kids are ever in the cards for me. I'm one of the only people I know that didn't procreate, but that I know of. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know. Every channel I start to watch takes off the rocket to the moon. I hope yours does the very same. Great channel and content. It's edited very well. Thank you, Hunter Wayne. Appreciate that. And thank you for joining. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I'm dropping 12 can of Yamaha Grizzly tomorrow. Awesome. That's a pretty bold move. Northwoods Peachtree. Post a picture or two to Twitter of your Yamaha Grizzly. Big pump coming tomorrow from NFTs. So we're going to toggle back and forth. We're going to keep track of the progress going on with the Bitcoin breakout tonight. I notice there's a few names in here tonight. A few new faces here tonight. Good to see you. We love Bitcoin. I mean, I know there's some maxis or whatever. They aren't as fond of Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. With super duper Bitcoin people, we might have a few disagreements in terms of how we perceive the future role of Bitcoin in its totality. Sure. But at the end of the day, I am a fan of Bitcoin. I still think there's lots of gains to be made, even at these entry levels for new investors. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is one of your safest bets. There's people that are saying otherwise. I know that there's kind of contrarians out there, or there's guys like Alex Becker. And I love Alex Becker, by the way. I think he's a really entertaining content creator. But the disagreement I have with a guy like that is he's so entrenched in DeFi, and he's so entrenched in the rising gaming sector of the DeFi movements and stuff like that. And obviously he's super entrenched in NFTs, has made a lot of money on NFTs. I think where he gets it wrong by too quickly dismissing Bitcoin and saying that the future of Bitcoin is essentially dead on arrival. I don't think that. Now, I don't think that Bitcoin's a strong performer in the retail space, but as far as a store of value to hedge against fiat, as far as something that's a consistent appreciation of value, I think that is very true still. And I'll tell you one main thing that should reassure you in that conclusion. Before I get to that, I'd like to thank Truckin' All Day, coming through with $5 Super Chat, $5 Make You Holler, critical hit. I love it. Cool. Critical hit. Thank you, Truckin' All Day. Appreciate you. Good to see you in the mix, my friend. So, consider this. The latest quarterly earnings reports from Tesla have revealed huge, massive accumulated profits from their Bitcoin endeavors, from their Bitcoin investments. I mean, huge profiteering from the Bitcoin investments. Okay, so That, you know who else is looking at that? Other CEOs of major companies. And they're not going to want to leave those opportunities and that money on the table. They're not going to leave those opportunities and money on the table. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're going to want to get in. So I think we're going to see some FOMOing. I think we're going to see a lot of FOMOing from a lot of other big companies now. And we are already starting to see it with huge buys of Bitcoin being bought, obviously, and then being taken off and put onto cold storage wallets. I've been looking at these numbers. I know Miles G, this is something he looks very closely at too, and both of us have been analyzing the progress of this, and it's way more massive than anybody recognizes. Trust me when I say this, it's way more massive than anybody can possibly fathom. So Bitcoin, in my belief, from everything I've been looking at, I think it's going to, I think we're going to run out of Bitcoin sooner than anybody thinks. I think we're running out of Bitcoin sooner than anybody thinks. And just like a solid NFT collection, once they're gone, that's when the value really starts to kick into overdrive, because now scarcity is created, right? Speaking of scarcity being created, right now Doge X NFTs over the last 24 hours, I'm pulling up their website right now, have been absolutely flying. So this will happen on a solid NFT collection that has a lot of has a large mint like Doge X did. It's a big scale NFT collection. So it had 10,000 NFTs, 10,000 mints to be had there. Well, now it's down to just 882 as of right now. 882. So now that we're at that window, and those of you who follow our members know that I gave you heads up on this. So what will happen on a strong project like this, when it starts getting towards the end of the minting process, that really starts picking up. It's when whales start coming in at the end. I use that term loosely. Whales in this project, I would consider anyone who's minting 15 plus, right? So that's starting to happen more, and then people are kind of on the fence and are kind of waiting. They're like, well, it's now or never. If I don't mint now, if I don't mint within the next couple days, probably not going to get one. Probably not going to get one to mint anyway. After that, then you got to turn to open seas to buy it secondarily off the initial minter, right? Now what we are also seeing too, corresponding with this kind of gold rush reaction to the final minting process with Doge X, is just as I said before. I told you this was going to happen. Now the floor is starting to rise. Now we're seeing the floor starting to rise for the value of Doge X NFTs. And I believe that floor has a high probability of continuing to rise exponentially in days and weeks and months to come. Abstractus Artemis coming in with a $4 make ya holler with a super sticker. We got that Shiba Inu offering up the bone as a gift. Thank you for that, Abstractus Artemis. Appreciate you. Right back at you, sir. Thank you for your strong support of the show. Scott Herforth is Doge X bullish. Are there still any rare Doge X NFTs left? Ramon, there's one. There's one ultra rare left, and then there's I forget how many, but there's definitely some rare ones left below the ultra rares. Like there's ultra rare, and then there's rare, and I think of the ultra rares there's only 12 of those in totality, 10 or 12, I forget, but there's one left now of the ultra rares, and the ultra rares have been listing and selling from anywhere from 15 to 35k just right now, and we haven't gotten started yet. So yeah, that's kind of where things are with that. But the metaverse is getting ready to really unfold in the Doge X project. I'm very excited about it. So the next phase, the next major phase for the Doge X metaverse is a breeding. So what's going to happen is the metaverse developer puts a lot of thought and effort into these sorts of things. What's going to happen is on the Doge X website, NFT holders of Doge X will be able to use an app on the homepage of the website that's going to look a lot like Tinder, and then you're going to swipe different little Doges. until you get a match with another NFT, and then once you get a match, then you get a pup, a DogeX pup airdropped to your wallet. So I think that's really a fun, cute idea, and obviously that's going to have more opportunity for adding extra value to your initial investment, etc. And that's just one of many things that's planned for holders of DogeX. This is a long-term project. This is long-term plans, and has a very well thought out metaverse to not only up the fun of the people that own a DogeX NFT or NFTs, but also to up and increase the value of those investments. So I am excited. I'm excited now that we are getting down to the finish line. We're getting close to the finish line of the DogeX minting process, and we're moving now, guys. We are moving. I mean, we just sold 10 right as I was talking right there. 10 FTs just went like that while I was talking in the last couple minutes. Scott says you're going to want to have those DogeX before the dating app goes live and get those DogeX pups. Yes. Those of you who was in my members only chat last night, I gave a really good, what I feel to be a very wise, a very sage investment strategy going forward in terms of proportionally, just suggestions, proportionally what you want to look at. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but this is just my take on it. This is just my opinion, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, just so you know. It's my opinion, and I've been spending all day, every day, analyzing these things. And so where we are at now is this. Overall, I'm seeing my investment portfolio and strategy to be the most effective in this ever-evolving market where we find ourselves right now is this. Number one priority is your Dogecoin, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your XRP, your ADAs, etc. Right? Heck, I'll even throw Solana in there or something, right? But those are your solid top long-term high strong utility coins. Okay, that's where the majority of my portfolio is. After that, and that's stuff I don't really touch too much with, except for Ethereum. I always have Ethereum coming and going due to the NFT sector, but I always make sure that I'm bringing in Ethereum. So I'm keeping my Ethereum stocked. But as I was saying, then next is a smaller slice of your pie towards NFT investments. And then another small, even a little bit smaller slice of the pie, even smaller than NFT investments, are the rising high utility gaming industry stuff. So the gaming world is there's so much money in floating around in the gaming industry, and there's so much loyalty there. And there's so much room for actual utility within the token world, which is a refreshing change of pace because most tokens don't really have good utility. But so the gaming industry has really been rising up there, and it's been making a lot of serious gains for the few people that have been paying attention. So between those three, now I go into more detail over that stuff in my members only chats. And by the way, we are going to have a members only chat following this show tonight. So members, strap in and be ready, because we're going to go straight over to there from here. I'm going to go into even more detail about that stuff, share with you more information that I've come across in both the NFT sector and in the gaming sector, and even some behind the scenes stuff that I've been observing with Dogecoin. So financial fried rice. Yeah, actually Crypto Batman was streaming earlier tonight. I caught part of it. He had Papa Chulo, I think he calls himself. You know, the main Safe Moon dev guy. But they had a nice talk. They had a nice talk about just a bunch of random stuff. It was pretty cool. First cryptocurrency was, wow, gold. Do you understand this? Yeah, but do not count out Bitcoin. I mean, Dogecoin's my number one position by far, personally. And that's what I feel most passionate about. But don't discount your investments in Bitcoin. Now, your margins aren't going to be as big and as severe, right? They're not going to be as dramatic when you're coming into Bitcoin right now, even at 59,000. But even coming in at 59,000, there's still, if you're a long-time holder, if you're a long-term holder, there's still plenty of gains to be made. There are still plenty of gains to be made. I have no doubt that Bitcoin within the next 6 months is gonna, I'd put a 90% probability of it hitting 100,000, for example. Well, now you've almost doubled your initial investment right there. You know, still much better than you do typically on stocks, and certainly a hell of a lot better than you're going to do with your bank account. So eventually, it depends how you define near future. But I mean, let's say in 5 years, I think Bitcoin will easily be at 300,000, easily, and it could be more than that. But I'm saying in 5 years' time, I'm saying a modest. Modest prediction in 5 years be around 300,000. So if you're putting in money, even if you put $1,000 in Bitcoin right now and you forget about it for 5 years, well, now, do the math between 60,000 and 300,000. Still pretty nice return on something you can forget about, if you can afford to do such thing. Another caveat that I will put in here, if you are having any difficulty with just everyday basic living expenses, don't feel guilty about cashing out. You got to take care of you. Only you know the position that you're in. Guys, I've been there. I mean, to a certain degree, I've been there over this last year due to my chronic health issues that are slowly getting better. But I've struggled more than I let on, put it that way, both physically and financially at certain times over this past year, for sure. So that being said, I'll put a caveat there. You don't owe anybody any explanation in that regard. You got to take care of you first. Do not feel guilty about that. If you got rent to pay, you got bills to pay, you got food to get on your table, you got food, you got a kid or kids to feed, or you got a wife to take care of, or whatever. You got medical bills, whatever. You do you. That's what you got to take care of first. Because after you get things sorted out, after you get through your rough patch, whether it's through health or through personal finances, you can always build more capital later and get in later. We'll be here. The market will be here. Your man Steven Steele will be here. I don't care if you're completely entrenched in NFTs, completely entrenched in tokens, completely entrenched in Dogecoin and Bitcoin and XRP or whatever. Or I don't care if you currently own little to none of these things. You are welcome here in this community. You're welcome to hang out. I get messages from people that say, I'm not even really into crypto. I just like the community. I like hanging out. I like having your stream on my TV while I do stuff. And I like the vibe. That's awesome too. I don't want anybody, listen, I love Doge X. I'm so glad that I'm working with this project. They kind of brought me on to be a voice for the project and be somewhat of a consultant for the project as well. At the same time, I don't want anyone to feel any pressure that to be cool, you have to get Doge X NFTs. Be cool, you have to buy this crypto or that crypto. I'm just talking about the things I love, the things I'm passionate about, sharing with you my triumphs, sharing with you the things that I'm learning along the way, sharing with you my mistakes that I'm learning from to fine-tune my strategies along the way in efforts that it helps you. And it's been very rewarding to get many messages from you guys, mostly on Twitter, some through Instagram, of people sharing with me their massive successes that they've made through watching the show since I started. And that is super rewarding for me. I can tell you for sure, there's been two millionaires made of people within the Steven Steele community. So that to me is super rewarding. There was one guy that became a millionaire because he took a tip of mine and he went like all in on this tip off that I gave. And I said it was going to be more of a high risk, high reward situation, but I said the potential is really there for this one in terms of the potential big gains. Well, this person just went all in and consequentially became a millionaire off of it. I put a very modest investment in because my lack of capital. So I just made enough to kind of help me with bills for the time being. But when I looked at him and he told me about it, I was like, Wow, man. I wish I had the capital to go all in on my own advice like you did. It was anyway. I love hearing about that stuff. Hunter says, I'm a Doge maxi, but I love all coins and tokens. Then, sir, you're not a Doge maxi. I think what you mean is you love Doge the most, right? You love Doge the most. It's your favorite coin. It's your favorite position, but you're accepting of other coins and investments. In my opinion, from everything I've seen out there, by what I would say a Doge maxi is, then sir, you're not a Doge maxi. You're in good company here. We are full of people that are this is a very Doge-centric podcast. This is a very Doge-centric live stream, but we are accepting of other people and other kinds of investments and other strategies in tandem with that. There are people in here that actually, believe it or not, there's some people in here that they don't own any Dogecoin at all. Their biggest, I know for a fact, there's people that are here. Their main coins are ADA. Their main coin's XRP. Their main coin is Bitcoin, and they actually hang out here too. They're more lurkers, but I've heard from them. So those people are all welcome here too. I just talk about the things that I am excited about, the things that I'm passionate about, and I do it my own style. I do it my own way. You know what I mean? As you guys know, I'm a very individualistic person. I'm very eccentric. I'm individualistic. I march to the beat of my own drum, and I think that this community is an exemplary reflection of that. I think we've got a community full of independent thinkers, people that think outside the box, people that are super fun, people that are down with positivity and making gains, but also having a lot of fun along the way, and just being, uplifting. So, so here we go. Let's check this out. So, yeah, I gotta tell you guys, these, like, literally every time I refresh the Doge X homepage, like, the number just keeps going down. Like, it's really kicking in, guys. So I will just, John Watson, thank you for your awesome vibe. Steven Steele, thank you back, John Watson. Appreciate you. So this is the last time I'm going to make this point tonight, guys, okay? If you are on the fence about DogeX and you're in a place financially where you can afford an NFT or multiple NFTs of DogeX, I wouldn't wait any longer than tonight or tomorrow, maybe the next day after that, maybe. But after that, once minting's done, it's done. Then you run the risk of the floor being higher than the minting price for even your entry level, your most entry level, the most common DogeX NFTs. So especially when the metaverse starts kicking in, that's going to add a lot of FOMO and value to it as well. I'm paraphrasing the saying, but when I think it came from Warren Buffett, when people are fearful, that's when you have to show financial courage, and conversely, how it goes. So the gains are made when others are fearful, right? That's where the gains are made. And I have made that mistake myself over a period of time since I've been in crypto, where I went in and made investments when everyone else was fearful on certain coins that I had researched that I felt had strong potential for a number of reasons. And then I watched my investment lose value, then maybe trade sideways at best, but lose value. And then I panicked, and then I pulled my money out. And then I've consequently, this happened to me a couple times, okay? And this was very early on when I started getting really back into crypto. Then I watched it just skyrocket and ascend, and then I just look at these big gains that I just completely missed out on from that, right? So if you're invested in something you feel has genuinely strong utility and a really solid team behind it, and if it's not performing as well as you want it to, now you got to do the research on that team. You got to make sure that team knows what it's doing, knows what it's talking about, knows that it's in, and realize that, make sure that they're engaged and not pulling any funny business. Okay, firstly, that's what you really got to do your research on. But provided all those things check out, you got to let it go. You got to have faith. You got to let it do its thing. You got to let it run its course. You got to watch it dip. You got to watch your money go down, and you got to watch it stabilize in order to watch it sail. Now, those who are discouraged about Dogecoin, my God, I talked a lot about this last night. Audio Freak, you must get used to buying the fear if you want to succeed. There's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. So, almost lost my train of thought here. Where was I going? Oh, so that being said, there's been like a certain level of circular firing squads going on within the Doge community, mostly on Twitter and stuff like that. But like people blaming this sector of the Doge community for Doge not performing as well as they want it to, and people blaming these people or these what they like to call influencers, which is just like basically turned into a derogatory term for like anyone who just makes content. Anyone who just makes content that's bullish on Doge. Which are the last people that you want to blame. This is so silly. But, you know, these people, it's a minority, a very vocal but very slim minority. Very slim minority. But they can be very obnoxious. And they want to make you think that you should be angry, that Doge is performing very poorly. And it's because of these people over there, so you need to get angry at them. Folks, this is hooey. This is hogwash. This is complete nonsense. This isn't rooted in any fundamental data at all. Dogecoin is up almost 9,000% from where it was 12 months ago. There are very few performing assets in any market that can give you those kind of returns. We have outperformed almost anything else on the market. 9,000%. Dogecoin is up almost 9,000% over the last 12 months. And there's people telling you that Dogecoin is failing. There's people that are telling you, inferring that you need to get mad at these certain people because Dogecoin isn't doing well. This is absolute hogwash. These are people that don't know how to see the whole picture. These are people that are either deliberately not wanting you to see the whole picture, which I think there's a certain degree going on. There's certain people that are just addicted to drama and bullshit, frankly. And you need to block those people out of your life. You need to tune them out. Those people will get you nowhere. There's an old saying that goes, you'll be successful as the 5 people that you hang out with and interact with the most. There's a lot of truth to building a strong inner sphere of influence. You need to plug into positivity. You need to plug in with people that are ambitious and driven, and they're going to lead you to success. They're going to enrich your life with positivity and solid advice and real friendship and people that are going to keep you engaged in the right ways, not the wrong ways. Okay, so I say, so that's what I'm talking about here. So this is super, super important advice. So I surround myself with really positive, successful people. I am interacting like with other content creators that I've befriended and people and other technical analysis people that I've befriended throughout the course of this last year. They're people that are very successful, much more successful than me, frankly, where I'm at in my journey. But I am constantly fine-tuning my knowledge, my strategies, taking in, listening. But you also want to be around people that are uplifting, folks. If you're not around, if you're not engaging, if the overwhelming lion's share of interaction that you're doing with people isn't uplifting, then tune it out. Block it out. Block it out. It's not going to do any good. And right now I'm preaching to myself, frankly, just as much as I'm preaching to you guys. So anyway, so here we are. Look at this. Look at this rise. Just since we've been on the air here, we have Bitcoin just continually ascending here. Just since we've been on the air. Let's see where we are over the last hour. Kind of, still at about 3.5% over the last hour, but we've come up about $150 in the last 20 minutes. That's not too shabby, Could we see Bitcoin reach 60K by morning? Could we see it? That would have to be incredibly bullish, but it's happened before. It can happen again. Can we see Bitcoin plow through, ascend through 60,000? 60,000 into 61, 62, 63. Can I get a 65? I think this is all very probable within the next 2 weeks here. What if Nick and I talked about consistently for the last 6 weeks, 6 weeks or so? We have said that when things kick in, watch for an incredible Bitcoin bull run. An incredible Bitcoin bull run that's going to usher in and bring all the other top cryptos up along with it. We could be seeing the beginning of that right now, folks, right now. And there have been plenty of signals that I have talked about, both in video shorts and on the show, that also show that Ethereum is likely going to take the same route of ascendance, of a super strong bull run, probably to the likes of which we've never seen before. Scott Herfer saying, Stephen Steele dropping inspirational truth facts. Thank you for that. Everyone liked the stream. I agree with that advice, Sound Gods. If you haven't already smashed that like button, smash it now. It takes a split second of your time. Doesn't cost you a dime. Here we go, guys. So, what can we expect? What can we expect over the next 2 weeks, guys? What can we expect over the next 2 weeks? Well, if my calculations are any indication, and I could be wrong, there's always margin for error here. If you meet someone that tells you that they always have all the answers and that they're almost always going to be right every step of the way when they're dealing with markets and predictions and analysis, those people are not being truthful with you. But what I can tell you is overall, my assessments and Nick and I pretty much, I'd say we maybe waver away from each other in our technical analysis, maybe 10% of the time. But that's another reason why Nick is my right-hand man on the show, is because he has very sound technical analysis that are frankly a bit better than mine. But I use a lot of the same templates he does, and I just go about it a little bit differently. But it's amazing how often we come to the same conclusions. But I would say between us, our accuracy rate far outweighs our inaccuracy rate overall. And what I can tell you is my personal portfolio is solidly in the green. It has its missteps just like everyone else. I make my mistakes just like everyone else. I share those mistakes with you guys, and I share how I improved off of them and how I was able to fine tune and what I learned off of those mistakes. And I usually go pretty deep into that. Those of you who are over in the members only stream know that. Yeah, so nodes are a thing, right? We do need more nodes. We need more nodes to optimize Dogecoin's performance, which will attract more and bigger investors. So if you're able to run a node, it runs kind of in the background of your computer. It doesn't eat up a lot of space. I can't run it on my current computer because it's so overburdened between streaming programs and other programs that I have to run, all on this like MacBook, which is amazing that I'm even able to do all the things I do on a MacBook. So I can't even run a node. I don't even have room to run a node on here, but I am running one on my old MacBook that I'm not using any longer. And so I give it a break. I let it cycle. I give it some downtime, once a day, once every 2 days. And then I get it back going again. But that's pretty much all I'm using that for right now. If you want to know what you need to run a Dogecoin node, I made a video in my archives. It's called Send Nodes. Send Nodes. And it says what you need and how to run a Dogecoin node. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But if you go through my archives and if you look that up there, I think I walk through it in the most plain spoken language to appeal to total beginners, honestly. It's the same way if you don't even know, if you want to learn how to run, if you want to learn how to mint a Doge X NFT or any NFT, that's what's so great about that video. That video is also on my archive. And I also kind of fill you in on like the basic lingo and terminology that you need to get started in minting NFTs. And I walk you through exactly how to mint a Doge X NFT as if you've never had any experience with this stuff and you're overwhelmed with this stuff. I break it down in plain, simple language. So you can look that video up in my archives as well. And I've been it's been very rewarding to hear how many people that has helped so far. So let's see. Steven Steele, it does take up a lot of space, about 50 gigabytes. Yeah, not everyone has the space. Not everyone has the equipment. And that's another thing, too, where, frankly, I think Dogecoin, through minor efforts, Dogecoin mining efforts, that's where the real, even bigger fundamental change will happen. That's even more important than running more nodes. When more mining starts to kick in, I think we will be in a place. I think we'll be in a place where this won't be an issue anymore. So I do think we'll be in a place there. And frankly, it's kind of, it's just, frankly, in my opinion, it's kind of silly that we are, some people anyway, it's the same minority of people that I referenced to earlier, are kind of browbeating other people over running nodes. It's kind of, there's been kind of some bullying. I think it's kind of started to cool off over who's running nodes and who's not. And, these content creators are bad because they're not talking enough about nodes. And, but, we're great people because we talk about nodes more than other people. And it's just juvenile nonsense. But, here's the thing, guys. If you're able to run a node, just know that you don't get paid for it. This is a volunteer effort. But what you get in return is just know that you are directly and effectively contributing to Dogecoin and making it run faster and smoother to give it more broad-based appeal. So you are definitely helping in the ascension of the currency. At the same time, we need to be completely accepting of people that aren't in a place where they'll be able to do it, or they're overwhelmed for whatever reason. They just can't monkey with it. You never know. You never know what people are going through in their lives. You never know what individual circumstances people are dealing with. So with that in mind, it's really best to just not be a dick to people that you don't know. It's really best to just default to that, because you just never know what people are going through or what their circumstances are. TJ says, I started mining Doge last night while running a node, upgraded a lot of my hardware just in the name of my favorite dog money. TJ Bravenler, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that. We thank you. Thank you so much. And, if there's anyone, is there anyone else running a Dogecoin node in here tonight? Press 1 in the chat. Press 1 in the chat. It would be cool if every Starlink connection was a Doge node. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? I suppose I should get to some news stories. I've just kind of been freestyling and riffing. That's how it goes sometimes, This was kind of a funny story again. This is the second day in a row I've talked about William Shatner. This comes courtesy of Futurism.com. British Royal disses William Shatner's spaceflight. Say what? Firstly, the question that bestows upon me when I read a headline like this is, why? Like, what and why? Are saving the environment and going on trips to space really mutually exclusive goals? So, Prince William said this. A member of the British royal family and second in line for the throne wasn't impressed with Star Trek actor William Shatner's brief ride to the upper reaches of Earth's atmosphere on board Blue Origin rocket. We need, and this is what he said in an interview about it, we need some of the world's greatest brains and minds fixed on trying to repair this planet, not trying to find the next place to go and live, he told the BBC. I think that ultimately is what sold it for me, that really is quite crucial to be focusing on this planet rather than giving up and headed out into space to try to think of solutions for the future, he added. It's a line of reasoning that has grown in popularity ever since billionaires started offering rides to those who can afford the space, or at least near it, although it's an ironic critique to hear from the mega wealthy member of an actual royal family. My thoughts exactly. By the way, if you don't read Futurism.com, great website, great articles, pretty based and well-rounded stuff. So Real deal. Thanks for the shout outs for Doge X. Some super chat tips coming up. No problem, no tap. Thank you, man. Thank you. So, the first thing that comes to mind, exactly. Excuse me, how much are the British Royals worth? And who are they to be the arbiters of what mankind and what independent entrepreneurs want to allot their money towards doing? Furthermore, this is a tired and old framing of space exploration critics, where they give this all or nothing, like, ultimatum, right? You got to be one or the other. Either you're for saving the planet Earth or you're for space exploration. Like, to me, I cannot relate. It's really hard for me to communicate with people that think like this, because it's like, it's not nuanced at all. It's really dumb. It's really dumb. I'm sorry. But, like, how are these things completely mutually exclusive? I mean, I reject the ultimatum. We can be good stewards of this planet and push towards being good stewards of the planet and preserving this planet, while simultaneously being for space exploration. Space exploration in this world, particularly in the United States, almost came to a screeching halt after its ascendance in the heydays of the 1960s. We didn't make much progress at all for decades, frankly, until Elon Musk started taking matters into its own hands. Without Elon Musk taking matters into its own hands, I mean, who knows how much longer our government and NASA would have been just floundering with little to no progress to show for. Abstractus Artemis coming in with $2 make you holler. Thank you for the super chat. He says, 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a super chat war. 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a super chat war. That is the Ramones-esque sounding jingle that I made for that saying. So do with what you guys do will. But thank you, Abstractus Artemis. Hey, Audio Freak, you are classic. I agree, he is a classic. How dare you, said Steven sternly. How dare you? How dare you? So here we have Prince William criticizing space exploration, American space exploration from across the pond. Okay, sir, with all due respect, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. The amount of traction that we have lost on space exploration over the last few decades is very tragic. Very tragic. And the amount of technologies that result to making life here better on Earth through the process and the data that we have gathered from space exploration is incredibly understated and not often understood. For example, if I DuckDuckGo, let's see, technologies created through space. Okay, let's see what shows up. Okay. Here's a few that just pop up on a random DuckDuckGo search. Consumer products like wireless headsets, LED lighting, portable cordless vacuums, freeze-dried food, memory foam, scratch-resistant eyeglass lenses, and many other familiar products. Furthermore, you guys, space exploration expands. It expands the envelope of human knowledge and understanding throughout the entire solar system. This is a process accelerated, through robotic technology. And this also, more technologies that have been greatly accelerated through the data that we have accumulated from space exploration are solar cells, batteries, fuel cells, solar panels, things like this, things that make our lives better. Oh, and also artificial limb technology has really progressed substantially as a result of space exploration. And I could go on and on. So here comes some super chats coming in. Cheryl Ram coming in with $1.39, a very of Canadian. Thank you, my Canadian friend. Appreciate that. The cool sunglasses on. Audio Freak coming in with $2, make you holler. A superhero lemon head. I love it. I love those superhero lemon heads. Hey, Dylan McDougall coming in from the great down under. Good to see you in the fold, my friend. We are not alone. Yeah, I mean, I think the existence of extraterrestrials is absolutely inevitable when you consider, as Carl Sagan said, billions and billions, right? Billions and billions of stars and planets out there in the universes, out there in the galaxies. So considering that, just the probability of extraterrestrials being out there is very high. I forgot to give a shout out to my little nephew. I thought I saw him in the mix in the chat as well. Kenny, if you're out there, salute to you. Gonna hit the Hey fam, gotta work early. Steven Steele, catch you on the next one. Dr. Dibs out. Hey, Dr. Dibs, aka Mikey, get some sleep. I understand. I'm a night owl like no other. I mean, I start really thriving right around 10 p.m. Glad I bought freeze-dried food the last 30 years. You know, I haven't had astronaut ice cream since I was a kid. I don't recall if I liked it. I feel like I didn't like it very much, but I was just excited about eating it because it was astronaut ice cream. I think Tang was also a result of space exploration as well. Probably not one of the more big necessary discoveries from space, but it is what it is. Okay, so here we are. Bitcoin continues to rise while we're on here. Look at this, just passing, almost getting up to 59,500. We are on a Bitcoin bull run that we haven't seen in months, guys. This is exciting stuff. Bitcoin laying it down, 59.5, approaching 60K. This rate, folks, we could see 60K by dawn. We could see 60K by later tonight. Boy, I think we are in for quite a rest of the night. Let's see here. Juice boxes were NASA inventions as well. That is correct, as I recall. That is correct. Yeah, Tang is amazing. Not very good for you, but it does taste amazing. I haven't had Tang since I was a kid. It's just like powdered sugar mixed with some electrolytes, I think, mixed with a lot of citric acid, aka vitamin C, and some orange flavoring. When you're a kid, that stuff tastes really good. When you're an adult, that has, you know, most of us as adults, we have evolved palates as we get older. That stuff doesn't, the novelty wears pretty thin on just sucking down like sugar water. No tap coming in with 20. Is that New Zealand, my friend? 20 New Zealand dollars. Third attempt here, but it was worth it. Hey, glad it came through. Glad it came in. Thanks for helping keep the lights on over here at Steven Steele HQ. Appreciate it so much, No Tap. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you for putting a little pep in my step. The biggest super chat so far this evening. Thank you for that. Doge Extra coming in with $5. Make you holler. PSA, only 863 Doge X left to mint. There we go. Another 15 Doge X just got minted in the last 15-20 minutes. We are on the move. Doge X is on the move. And boy, is Bitcoin on the move tonight. Dylan McDougall coming in large and in charge, bringing that big Doge energy up in the chat tonight. I love it. I love it. Coming in with 50 big Australian bucks. Dylan McDougall, my Aussie friend, I salute you. Hey, my brother, had a win. Awesome. Here's a helping hand with your chair and desk, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's exactly where it will go towards. So appreciate that, Dylan McDougall. Thank you, man. Dylan, one of our regulars here at the Steven Steele community from across the pond. We have several Aussies that I would say in order, aside from Americans that watch this show. It's Australians and the British and our UK friends from across the pond. Between those two, and then we've got Canadians. I would say it's almost a tie between the Canadians and the British, actually, but it's Australians are like second, and then we've got Canadians, we got We got British people. It looks like no taps from New Zealand. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we definitely have folks from Germany that listen. There's a couple from the Ukraine as well. And then a couple down in Mexico, I believe, as well. Kenny Potter, please just say, just look at it. Just look at it. That's one of one of his favorites. Got you, bro. Right on. Thank you so much. Bringing that big Doge energy. I'm going to put a couple members only emojis in here too, guys. I'm going to mix it up with these are a few of my favorite things. There we go. There we go. And how do you get access to those nifty emojis? You become a member. I'm going to plug it. You can become a member for as little as $4 a month. Hit the join. That's $1 a week. Opens up emojis. Opens up those neat badges that you see there. Opens up to a whole new world involving lots of membership streams, members only streams, members only content. So, yeah. Ed Bassmaster. Yes. My favorite Ed Bassmaster clip is when he's on a Segway and he's sneaking up behind an older gentleman who's eating an ice cream, and he sneaks up on him, he leans in right behind his ear while he's sitting down having an ice cream. He says, "Oh, look who's having an ice cream. That's good." It's talking to him like he's like 7 years old. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ed Bassmaster on the Segway is my favorite. Look at that, Erectile Reptile. Speaking of the British, there we have Erectile Reptile coming in from the UK. Good to see you in the mix. So it must be early morning, or you're a night owl. I think you're a late night owl like me, Erectile Reptile, because over there you're probably pushing close to 6 in the morning. Isn't that right, my friend? I could have had your location wrong, Erectile, but I thought that you were over in the UK, but I could have that wrong. Ed is famous now. Ed Bassmaster is very famous now, yes. What's that old man Biden? Yeah, Biden and his ice cream. Every time you see him, he's licking ice cream. He's probably eating more ice cream than any president we've ever had. Oh, the Abstract is coming in with the Sadaf emojis. I was just texting with Sadaf right before I came on the show. I said, "When are you going to get your butt on the show?" And she says, "Book me in, send invites. You didn't send them last time. I'll accept the days I can." So I think I must have forgot somewhere in our correspondence. Her and I text every day. We have a good time. Just realized there's a Sadaf emoji. Yeah, I put 2 new recent additions on the emojis, you guys. I got the Sadaf emoji, and I've got the Doge X astronaut emoji in there. Yes. I'm reading some of these comments, and I better not read them out loud. But I'm seeing them. Steven, I'm from New York. Erectile Reptile, you're a New Yorker. I don't know where I had it in my mind that you were from across the pond, but awesome. Okay, thank you for setting me straight, Erectile Reptile. I don't know where I got that from. I must have been confusing you with someone else. Crypto Leprechaun, good to see you in the mix. You hear the swoosh sound, no worries. That's just Shiba Inu dropping like a rock. Ooh, a little bit of shade thrown out there to Shiba. But yeah, so Shiba is dipping down. The temporary small investment that I had put into Shiba, I did it solely to short it and make a little bit of money, and I put that money equally back into Doge and Ethereum. And yeah, I kind of foresaw coming what's going to happen now. Does that mean it can't get bullish again? No, it doesn't. I don't know what the future holds for Shiba Inu, but I'm a Doge guy all the way. I understand people making their money, make your money, but it's a project I have a difficult time respecting, you know, just because they brand themselves the Dogecoin killer. I just, I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? A Wendigo? What's a Wendigo? I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not familiar with the Wendigo. This is a really funny story, you guys. Check this out. Teen hacks school computer system. Rickrolls entire school district. An enterprising 14-year-old high school student and white hat hacker caused all displays in every school district making up the Township High School District 214, the second largest high school district in Illinois, to play the music video. Eric Astley's 1980s hit, Never Gonna Give You Up. In other words, the student literally rickrolled the entire school district, and in perfect synchronization, a video of the event dubbed The Big Rick shows every school projector playing the video and blaring the song exactly at the same time. Oh my gosh. Can we please give it up for the cyber genius of a senior that managed to respectfully prank the entire district by rickrolling thousands during passing periods and left a good note for the class of 2021. Somebody tweeted out, the teen who goes by the moniker White Hood Hacker explained the big exploit in a post on their website. First, with the help of volunteers, they all scanned IP addresses of every device in the district's network. Our scanning generated so much traffic that our school's technology supervisor caught wind of it and came in at one point to ask us to stop. The hacker writes, from the results, we found various devices exposed on the network, including printers, IP phones, and security cameras without any password authentication. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. I wish I had that sort of know-how when I was his age. I'm sure I would have been up to something quite similar. Crypto Tank Girl is just naturally a nice night person. I hear that. I'm late, but good to see you all. Good to see you, Larry Ramirez. Good to see you in the mix. Him and Doge could deserve a Nobel. Just paced the all-time high for total market cap. Yeah. For the entire crypto market. Don't cross the Wendigo, man. It's a cryptide, not a crypto. I'll take your word for it there. So now we are seeing some natural retracement with Bitcoin right now, coming back down just under 59,200. I don't think that's going to last. We're already seeing a green candle forming. I consider this to be very healthy activity, but I do think it's a pretty high likelihood the overall trajectory of Bitcoin over the next 24 hours will be an ascending one, not a descending one. As I say, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's how this typically works, folks. How it typically works. So if we look at the 12-hour chart, this is the 12-hour chart for Bitcoin. Look at that beauty run. Look at that. Perfect ascendance with healthy retracements, with just a nice trajectory going up there. That's nice, healthy growth that you want to see. Now I'm going to bring it back to the 5-minute chart. That's where we are right now, just to give you a little added perspective there, Now, don't be surprised if Bitcoin runs wild for the next day or two. Well, Dogecoin doesn't do anything. It's something we see time and time again. I've made a video short just specifically talking about this. 9 times out of 10, what happens is Dogecoin will kick in and get the same level of legs that Bitcoin and Ethereum will get, respectively, on their bull runs, and then they'll kind of alternate between a few days period. So I could see that happening. Crypto Tank Girl says her battery's about to die. Well, charge it up and get back in there. And don't forget to look for the members only stream. Speaking of which, while you guys are chatting away, I am going to make the members only live stream link right now. And don't worry, I'm not logging off the main chat yet. I'm just getting it sorted and set. I'm just getting it sorted and set. All right. You know, it's very hard to compete with the markets and everything evolving between cryptocurrencies and NFTs, and between the content creation and all that. Any sort of TV, streaming, movies just seems very dull to me by comparison. Extremely dull. Does anybody else feel that way? Now, I will occasionally finish a movie and watch it before I fall asleep or something like that, but that's about it. I mean, I don't even care to take the time out to seriously follow any series anymore. You know, that's even just like too much time that I could be putting into content, researching markets and researching investments, etc. And also putting it into my day business as well. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of over it, you know? Even with like Netflix, especially Netflix. I haven't been a fan of I had a subscription on Netflix for months, and it's just like, I feel like almost every time I log in on any streaming services, I feel like it's this preset, I don't know, almost like social engineering kind of like setup. It's like the same themes, same stuff everywhere you go on mainstream media, whether it's through streaming or through different news outlets. It's just like, I'm just so over it, you know? Just like, unplug, DYOR, and, you know, you'll be a lot better for it, in my opinion. Okay, I got that members only link up, but I won't share it yet because I'm going to still spend a little bit of time with you guys. Holy cow, trucking all day, coming in large and in charge while I was away setting up the members only stream with 69. We love our 69. Of course we love our 69 here in this community. Coming in big with big Doge energy, big, large, and in charge Doge energy. Biggest super chat of the night, feeling all right, out of sight, trucking all day, coming in big with Dogecoin to 69 cents by Thanksgiving. Keep up the great work, Steven. You got it. You know me, I come here night after night, pounding the table for the Doge, pounding the table for digital currency, pounding the table for you guys as we ascend together to the moon, Mars, and beyond, and maybe Uranus. Those of you who will decide to go on to Uranus. I don't think I'm going to be one of those people, but if that's your bag, that's your business. Trucking all day, coming in with $69. Make you holler. Love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Trucking All Day. Everyone give a round of applause for Trucking All Day. Just a tremendous supporter, not only of this community here on Steven Steele Live, but the Dogecoin community in general. Just a fantastic, fantastic guy out there doing it to it. Also doing the important work on behalf of the rest of us, trucking those goods from coast to coast so the rest of us can live the convenient lives that we do, that we often take for granted. Daniel, I'm sure you get this a lot, my friend, but I'm not going to pronounce. I recognize your name, but I never pronounce your. I don't think I'm going to pronounce your last name correctly. Maybe I should take a stab at it. Zuza Pakowski. Tell me how accurate that was, Daniel. Yes, yes, yes. So, good to see you back in the mix, Daniel. High Tech Lowlife says, same here. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Audio Freak, my 6-year-old, gets pissed every time I laugh when he sees me talk about... Okay. You know, it's just one of those things where... I don't know. I mean... Do you think when mankind initially came up with the name of that planet, that the word anus meant what it meant? I don't know that it did, because if it did, I mean, why would you name a planet then? Yeah, I think we've got actually a fair amount of node runners here in the community, given its size. Last time I did a node check, there's a fair amount of people. We've got a fair amount of Doge runners here. Again, if you're interested in running a node, I have a video that breaks it down, how to do it, and it's I break it down in as simple of wording as possible. Shupowski. Wow, that's even simpler than I thought. Thank you for that, Daniel. Thank you for the pronunciation suggest there. Shupowski. Yeah, that's way simpler than I was making it too complicated. Uranus is a gas giant, says Abstractus. Spare me the details, my friend. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of shows by myself lately. My co-hosts, where have my co-hosts been? Nick's been very busy with life. I get it. I understand. You know, it's a lot. I mean, I stream 5 to 6 nights a week, so it's a lot of commitment to ask of people. I understand. There's currently 1,012 14.4 level nodes. Steven Steele, thank you for that last count. That's good. If we're running over 1,000, wasn't the minimum amount that the goal was to get to 1,000 nodes? Wasn't that the deal? So right now we're running a little over 1,000 nodes. Is that correct? I thought 1,000 is what was requested. I'm not saying that the work's done, that we should stop at 1,000, but I think the basic goal has been achieved then. Abstractus says Nick's girl is like a supermodel. Real deal, is there any updates to the Doge ETH bridge? Great question. This is what I can tell you. This is what I know. This is what I'm at liberty to say, mind you. The impressions that I've gotten are such that would lead me to believe that the Doge Ethereum bridge is going to be effectively rolled out towards the beginning of 2022, right around the same time that Ethereum 2.0 will be rolled out as well. So look for both of those things to kind of be rolled out at the beginning of next year, around the general same time frame. Now, I'm going to have Ross Nickel, Chief Dogecoin developer since 2013, my friend, esteemed gentleman Ross Nickel, is going to be back on this show sometime within the next month, sometime within the next 4 weeks, guys. I guarantee you. So he's going to be on the show. Then you can ask him all these questions and so much more. So we're going to have a great talk with him and can't wait to have him back. I was just a guest on his show less than 2 weeks ago on his Twitch channel. We had an awesome talk. You can look that up under Ross's channel, but I've been trying to convert him over to YouTube, and he's slowly doing it. He's slowly doing it. Okay. You can afford a supermodel girlfriend too when Doge hits $1. Yes, that's what happens when you invest in a few of the right things and they go parabolic. You're not only making a life-changing amounts of money, fellas. You're also making life-changing amounts. actually watched him live code the other day. Yeah, I tune in when he has those live coding streams. They're like perfect for me putting on while I'm multitasking on my computer and doing other things. Sound God's selling off kidneys for more Doge. That's pretty hardcore, dude. Ooh, this ginger tea with fresh lemon is really hitting the spot tonight, folks. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. Why is everyone giving William Shatner crap? William Shatner, in my opinion, is one of the most likable men on the planet. Now, I say that with my own predisposition to certain personality traits that resonate with me with William Shatner, because he's a smart aleck. But in my opinion, overall, from what I've seen, he's a smart aleck to the right people, like the people that deserve it most. He's a selective smart aleck, and he's 90 years old. Let me see how many of you have accomplished as much as William Shatner has and is still not only alive and kicking at 90, but you are getting shot into the regions of space, looking down at Earth from space at 90 years old, and having a Twitter account that half the time you use for trolling people at 90. At 90, okay? I don't want to hear anyone talk smack about William Shatner. William Shatner is the man. William Shatner is an American classic. Off to work now. Thank you for the great show. Real Deal, you're the man. Thank you so much. No Tap, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your super chat. Sounds like you are a third shifter. So, actually, you're not third shifter. You're across the pond. So, it's a completely different time zone. So, again, thank you, No Tap. I will see you, No Tap, in that Doge X Discord, my friend. When will we hit 60,000 Doge? When will we hit 60,000 Doge? In terms of market value, I don't think ever. But when will we hit 60,000 Bitcoin? Probably by tomorrow morning. Look at this. We are back up to 59,500. We are in the middle of a Bitcoin breakout. Bitcoin breakout, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of an unprecedented Bitcoin breakout. A little bit of added effect for you guys. A little bit of added effect. Daniel says he's 90. Good for him. I'll be impressed if I make it to 64. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. I've seen Shatner jogging through Studio City before without his wig. Oh, wow. I didn't even know Shatner wore a wig. I didn't know Shatner wore a wig. Shatner can wear whatever wig, whatever he wants. I feel like I can visualize Shatner in a velour tracksuit with a shiny gold Rolex. Steven Steele is the best announcer voice of all time. Abstractus Artemis. I'll take it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. When Bitcoin pumps, you know what usually follows? The Doge. Exactly, Crypto Leprechaun. This is a theme I've talked about regularly, something that I remind people regularly. Many times when Bitcoin pumps immensely, Dogecoin usually sits still, usually trades sideways for about a day or two, sometimes up to 3 days. And then people say every time, oh, look at Dogecoin's dead. It's not moving anywhere. Bitcoin's pumping. Well, without fail, 2 to 3 months later, 2 to 3 days later, sometimes the day after, Doge starts pumping pretty hardcore. Hi Top, what's up? Sound Gods, the last time we had this much money in crypto, the whole market crashed. So this is an ominous take. This is an ominous take that some people are theorizing. I've heard this take recently from a few different outlets. It's not one that I subscribe to, however. When you look at the overall cycles of things like Bitcoin and Ethereum over years. Now, I mean years, all the way back to their inception. It doesn't lead you to believe that we are approaching that sort of crash. Has a much higher probability when you look at the algorithms and the rhythms of these things to suggest that we are headed towards a major bull run. Now, worst case scenario, if we do go into a big crash, which I think is pretty improbable, frankly, even with whale activity included, it's going to bounce back. It's going to bounce back. There's too many people invested. There's too much interest. There's too much money tied up in cold wallets, etc., for it not to come back, frankly. But I really don't think. I've heard that ominous take now a couple times over the last 24 hours. I don't think that's going to happen. I think what you're talking about, Abstractus, I think that's already happened. I think the lion's share of market manipulation to give the most wealthy more advantageous positions in crypto, I think the lion's share of that has already happened. This is the rhythm of the Doge. Oh, I like that song. The Rhythm of the Night by Corona. Yes, that's what the name of the artist was. A very interesting choice for the 90s. Boy, you wouldn't want to have that artist's name now. Every time I've tried to watch Inception, I fell asleep. I like Inception, but I have fallen asleep during that movie before finishing it. But given the choice between gosh, who's the director of Inception again? Oh yeah, Chris Nolan. But given the choice between, now this is, what I'm about to say is very controversial. I probably won't rub most people the right way. But given the choice between a Chris Nolan movie and a Tim Burton movie, yeah, I'm probably going to take a Tim Burton movie most of the time. I like Tim Burton's whimsical but dark but whimsical style. I like that he's both dark and whimsical. And I think one without the other is less effective. And for as skilled of a writer and director as Chris Nolan is, it's a little too serious all the time for me. Steven Steele, pump up the jam. Pump it up. Well, the beat is pumping. Getting some jock jams up in here as Bitcoin's hanging tough. About 59,500, guys. Oh, I love Tim Burton. Edward Scissorhands. You guys seen Edward Scissorhands, right? Brilliant movie. Fantastic movie. Highly recommended. Brilliant soundtrack. The whole 9 yards. And obviously also the director of the first Batman movie. All right, guys. All right. Let's get down to it, boppers. Scrooge McDuck of Dogecoin. That's a pretty funny title to carry, sir. Whoop, Doge it is. Here come the song titles. So Whoop, there it is. Let me tell you a little bit about that song. Anybody familiar with that song from the early 90s? Whoop, there it is. By two guys that went by the name Tag Team. Tag Team, back again. Party up, party people, and let's begin. As the song started off. Actually, let's look up the lyrics for Whoop, there it is. It's probably pretty funny to read those. Let's see. Whoop. There it is, lyrics. Wow, there's a Kids Bop version too. Kids Bop. Okay. I will now recite to you. I will now indulge you by reciting the lyrics to Whoop, There It Is by Tag Team, circa 1992. Sorry, 1993. Party people, hear squeaky clean music with full effect. That's me, Mickey, the Mouse Supreme, emceeing the birthday party, and my main duck, Donald. Tag team, we're kicking in the floor. We're going to do something like this. Donald Duck, back again. Turn up the mic. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. Party with Daniel, Daisy, and the boys. There's a party over here. There's a party over there. Tossing Donald up in the air. Now trying to catch him, he falls down. Whoop, there it is. It hit the ground. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there he went. Whoop, there he went. Whoop, there he went. You know, I got to put a pause in this. I did not realize this has to be an augmentation of the original Whoop, There It Is. This has a lot of talk about Donald Duck. Did the original Whoop, There It Is have this much talk about Donald Duck? This has to be a Kids Bop version or like a Disney version. It has to. I don't remember Donald Duck being in this song at all. Where's the original? Where's the original? Boy, this is a tangent, isn't it, folks? What other crypto-centric channel are you going to go to get this kind of coverage of the Bitcoin breakout? Okay, now we're going to get to the correct lyrics of Whoop, There It Is by Tag Team. Here it's the real one. This is the one I remember. That was like a weird augmented Disney. Maybe it was the Kids Bop version. Kids Bop. They're listening to Kids Bop. You guys ever see that lady freak out? I know you guys, I know a few of you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter, cookie dough. Steven, you have to stay till Bitcoin hits 60K. My Google won't link with my YouTube, so I can't join members only. Oh man, make me feel guilty. Maybe I should just keep it in the mainstay tonight. Now I'm wondering if I should just. I got to think about that. Tell me what you guys think. Members only, or should I just keep going on an extra long in the mains here? Okay, I found the real lyrics. Here it is. Yeah, tag team music in full effect. That's me, DC, the Brain Supreme, and my man Steve Rowland. We're kicking the flow, and it goes a little something like this. Tag team back again. Check it to a record. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. DC's in the house. Jump for rejoice. Says there's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air. Shake your derriere. These three words mean you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is. Hit me. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. It says that about 7 times. Second verse. Upside down and inside out, I'm about to show you folks what it's all about. Now it's time. I can't say that N-word there. Now it's time to get on the mic and make this MFN party hype. I'm taking it back to the old school because I'm an old fool who's so cool. If you want to get down, I'm going to show you the way. Whoop, there it is. Let me hear you say, whoop, there it is. And the last, wow, there's 4 verses in this. Okay, I don't know if we'll get through all of them here. Okay, let's just go to the last. Let me see. I'm going to pick one of the last 2. Okay, it looks to me that the verse 3 is more entertaining than verse 4, in my opinion. Verse 3 is, point blank, gin and juice I drink, and then invent as I puff on dank. Rip the mic, uh-oh, I crave skin. Rip, you know what? Find a honey to dip it in. Slam dunk it, stick it, flip it, and ride. That B-O-O-T-Y, oh my. Ooh, that's it, come on. Whoop, there it is. I'm done. You know, that's one thing. When you look up lyrics, you look up lyrics sometimes, and they end up being a lot more racy and provocative than what you remembered when you listened to songs when you were younger, because so many songs have such a lighthearted party vibe. And it isn't until you actually look up the lyrics, you start reading through and be like, oh, this is kind of nasty. Oh, yes. Did I miss a super chat? Hey, Doge Extra, I love it. Coming in with a $10 make ya holler. Who let the Doge out? Who? That's another song, probably from the same year, almost the exact same sound. Who Let the Doge Out by the Baha Men. We'll get to that momentarily. And Dogex, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the support. So, one last fun fact on Whoop There It Is by the Tag Team. Look up the original. I know my nephew probably really liked this. He's a music head like I am. Look up the original. The original is taken from an awesome instrumental Italian song, actually, called I'm Ready. I'm Ready by Kano, K-A-N-O. Now, you look up I'm Ready by Kano, you'll think you're listening to Whoop There It Is, but it's not Whoop There It Is. It's this very funky, linear, kind of dancey aerobics, futuristic aerobics sounding instrumental song, except it just has a vocoder that comes in that says I'm ready. Anyway, they lifted Whoop There It Is almost entirely from the song I'm Ready by Kano, which is actually a really brilliant song. So those are times when you're listening to something that's like a song that seems pretty innocuous and kind of stupid, but you still really like it. Most of the time it's because it's been sampled and lifted from a pretty brilliant composition, which was not to take away from Tag Team, but that's what happened with that song. I do not partake in the dank. I know many of you do, but it's just not my style. Contrary to popular belief, I don't drink or do any of that stuff. Come on, Doge. Let's go. Welcome, Eric. Good to see you. Mix. Mama Crypto, better late than never. Good to see you. I don't know where you sneaked in, but glad you got in here. Look at this. Bitcoin climbing. We are climbing. Out of sight. All right. Hit over the precipice of 59.5 back into 59.6. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let the room vote. This is going to be direct democracy right here. Press 1 if you want me to switch over to members only right now. Press 2 if you want me to stay and instead cancel the members only and just keep an extra long public stream instead. You guys decide. 1, members only right now. 2, just to keep it going here in the main. You guys decide. I have power now. There we go. All right. Crypto Tank Girl's got her power back on. Oh, my butt is getting sore sitting on the edge of this couch. I cannot wait to get my new setup in order. Okay, lots of 2s coming in. All the poor people pressed 2. I noticed all the non-members were like 2. I'll wait for a few more to come in to be safe. Okay, I'm still reading it. All right, guys. All right. The non-members have surely spoken. The non-members have surely spoken. So we're going to keep it in the public stream, mostly because of how well how well Bitcoin is doing. So let's celebrate the Bitcoin breakout. And we'll keep it here. I'm going to, give me a moment. I'm going to cancel the members only stream so it doesn't confuse people. So just give me a moment while I do that. So you guys win. You guys win. We're gonna keep an extra long special Bitcoin breakout stream going here in the public for everyone to consume. Okay. Members only stream has been deleted. Bringing it back into the mains. We're bringing it back. We're going long and strong tonight. Long and strong. Make sure you keep that pep in my step so this can be a symbiotic relationship. Keep each other engaged. Keep it going. Look at this, you guys. Bitcoin breakout like crazy. It drives me crazy. Fine Young Cannibals. Great name for a band. I like that. They were pretty underrated in my opinion. So I'm going to change the title of this stream just to Bitcoin Breakout in all caps. And then give me a moment while I do that, guys. All right, that's a done deal. We are in a Bitcoin breakout, the biggest Bitcoin breakout we have seen in months, folks. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yeah, I know people have been talking about certain sectors talking about that we're on the precipice of a major market meltdown. I just do not see that coming, guys. I do not see that coming. It could happen, but I think it's very unlikely. Conversely, we're seeing the opposite. This is exactly what I predicted. Guys, just to remind you folks, just to put some perspective on this, those of you who watch me on the regular, when did I say the market was really going to break? When did I say that the bull run was really going to start to take off? When? Tell me when. Those of you who listen to me a lot, when did I say it was going to start to happen? I'll wait. I'll wait. I just realized BTC, I've been under a rock for a couple days. Oh, yeah, it happens. It's understandable. Sometimes you got to step away from this stuff, Mama Crypto. Sound God says we are about to blast off. We just passed all-time high for crypto market cap. Yes. That's right, Slay Blaze. That's right, Abstractus Artemis. That's right, mid-October. I said it wasn't going to happen in the beginning of October. I said, but it's going to start. We're just going to start to see the big bull run that we've been waiting for. We're just going to start to see the beginning of it, not until mid-October. I said it's not going to happen to any sooner. Here we are. 10 minutes, 9 minutes away in my time zone, 9 minutes away from October 15th. Guys, can it get more accurate than that? I've been contending this prediction for the last 6 weeks. Scott Herfer, Stephen Steele, your predictions these past 6 weeks have been highly accurate. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. All right. Another 15 Doge X's were just minted. We're down, which is amazing when you consider how late it is at night. This is when minting usually really slows down. So, oops, sorry about that. I knocked over my camera. I will get it together. Just hang tight, folks. Just hang tight. Oh. That's all right. It gives me a chance to stretch my legs out, get off my bum. Oh. When in doubt, stretch it out. Ooh. Honestly, I'm glad the camera fell over because I needed to stand and stretch anyway, guys. Don't worry, camera will be coming back. Just give me a minute. Oh, that's much better. Okay. And we're back. Nice ceiling. Thank you, Crypto Leprechaun. Bud Dickman said, you said Upshot's return to the scene would cause a Bitcoin breakout. All disclaimer, could have been a dream. I don't know if I've ever said that. It sounds like something I would have said in jest, so who knows. I think DogeX is mostly North American buyers with some South Koreans as well. Interesting about the influx of South Korean buyers. I wouldn't have guessed that, but at the same time, it does not surprise me. Beef Supreme. Well, looky who decided to stroll in. It's the Beef Supreme. Haven't seen him on the scene in quite a while. Beef Supreme must be caught up with life. But great to see it back in the mixer. Matic also breaking out right now. Could be the last stop till Moontown. Let's take a look at Matic right now, and thank you for the heads up on that. So I'm going to pull up Matic charting right now. Yeah, Matic finally coming back. Wow, it's definitely really going up. Matic up 8% just over the last hour, folks. It's beginning a big breakout, and I think it's going to keep climbing. Matic up over 11% for the day. I own a little bit, not a lot. I own a little bit, but not a lot. So, in fact, I will go so far to say, Scott, and this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. How much has built up, how much accumulation I've seen Matic build up. I mean, this isn't something I would typically recommend, but if you wanted to ape in right now on Matic, I don't think it'd be the worst idea in the world. I think there is a fair probability that we're not going to see a big dip on Matic again like we had for the last several months. I think there's a fair probability that what we're seeing happen with Matic right now. What I'm saying is, I think it's a fair probability that at its worst, it could come down to maybe $1.35, 34. But I think this is the big accumulation run that has been waiting for Matic to completely next level it. It's something I knew that was going to happen, and it only makes sense that it'd be happening now, frankly. Good morning, Steven Steele. Good morning, Captain Jack. Good morning, sir. Dreamin' about Steven, says Abstractus Artemis. Big beefy energy. He is in the hizza for sure. Look at all the Beef Supreme emojis in the hizza. Matic just paid for Christmas, says Bud Dickman. Good to hear it. Frankly, my initial buying positions on Matic weren't all that advantageous, so it's going to be a bit before I can get excited about my investment there. It's going to be a bit. Yeah, Doge just looking very unremarkable right now. Pretty much trading sideways. It's actually down about 0.5% over the last hour. Nothing I'm concerned about, particularly when like I said, the way we've seen Doge typically work. It'll probably trade sideways for another day or two, maybe even 3, before it really gets the legs that to the degree that we're seeing with Bitcoin and even Ethereum to a degree right now. We are surging like a mofo. We certainly are. We certainly are. We're at 59, almost going on 59,600 right now. Steven keeps the ladies. Oh, I can't read that out loud, and I almost did. I almost did sound gods, but I caught it just in the nick of time. Oh man, sometimes you guys can get me into trouble, man. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit all notification bell. We got a small but super strong, super awesome community here. We'd love to have you be a part of it. So yeah, feel free to hit subscribe. Love to have you in the mix. High Top saying Matic could easily get to $3. I agree. In fact, I would dare say that I wouldn't be surprised if Matic got to $3 within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Frankly, I could see the journey from now to where it is about $1.36, $1.37 to $3 happening in pretty short order. I think enough of the accumulation period has happened where it's just starting to burst at the seams. That's how I feel about Matic right now. Let me shrink the chart down a little bit so we can get a little bit more of a perspective on it. It's not quite. Just to give me a moment here, guys. Make this adjustment. There we go. It's a little better. In fact, let me move it over to the primary screen. Don't worry, guys. You're not going to see my big obnoxious mug up here. I'm going to get the chart on the screen here. I just got to adjust it. I just got to adjust it here. There we go. Hey there. Okay, so then we'll get that here. Is there any way for me... Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Just give me a moment. Those of you getting frustrated with not being able to see the chart, I get it. Just give me a second to make this happen, okay? I got to shrink this down like Julie Brown. I just got to shrink it down. I got to resize, like, I don't know what rhymes with size. That's a difficult one to rhyme. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this. Like, hold on. Hold on to the night. Yeah, I don't think I can do it, guys. It's not quite showing up like how I want it to show up on the screen. Like, I'm trying to get me minimized and I could kind of do this, I guess. There we go. I think that's the closest we're going to get to, like, what I was looking to do. So we'll just do that. We'll do that. I'll hide out in the corner. We'll get this big screen. We'll have the big chart up there. By the way, if you guys feel free to super chat. It really does help keep the lights on over here and allows me to keep spending as much time on this stuff as I do, because I've basically been doing spending time on this like a full-time job on content creation. So that enables me to keep going, keep spending as much time as I can on it. And feel free to ask me whatever questions you like. ETH is at 3,800. Let's check it out. ETH is comfortably past 3,800 now, trading about $3,830, up about 4.5%, going on 5% for the day, up modestly over the last hour. So ETH's bull run was more earlier on in the day, but I think we are going to see ETH probably kick in more tomorrow. And I would probably guess, I could be wrong on this, but I'd probably guess that Doge isn't going to do anything for like 48 hours. But then I think it's going to take off, as it inevitably always usually does during these times. B says, I think a 65K is running or coming. I think so too. I think we're going to reach ATAs for Bitcoin to the likes of what we've never seen, frankly. I think this is only the beginning. Now,
Not to say that we could see some serious retracement following this bull run before it ramps up again, but it will ramp up again in pretty short order, in my opinion. I feel like when the New York City Stock Exchange opens tomorrow morning, we might see a surge of money flow into Bitcoin. I think that's a high probability. High probability. Who likes pizza rolls? I don't really eat that stuff, but I mean, it does sound kind of good. Yeah, Bitcoin is about 65K. Yeah, I would agree. Tomorrow, I'd be kind of pushing it, guys. I mean, that'd be very considerable for Bitcoin to hit 65,000 by tomorrow. I'm not taking it off the table, mind you. I'm not taking it off the table. Yes, Audio Freak, that is the Beef Supreme, the one and only, is back in the mix. Yes, back in the mix. Retail FOMO hasn't even started yet. This is an accurate assessment from Bud. If this is your first time watching and you are just lurking in the background, press a 1 in the chat. I want to see if there's any brand new folks in here tonight. If this is your first time watching this channel, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1, number 1 in the chat. Let's effing go, says Audio Freak. Yeah, guys, look at this. Look at this rise. Look at this. We have broke out again. $59,722, going on 23. Green candles are forming as we speak. Another one going up on a Friday night. Feeling all right, out of sight. What is good, folks? We are headed upwards in pretty short order. If you look at this charting, this ascendance is just over the last 5 minutes. If we zoom it out to give it more perspective to a 1 hour chart, look at this massive sudden green candle with green ascendancy from there. So that's what it looks like over the last hour. So you first saw it peak right here down into retracement accumulation before just springing a big fat one right there before just really catapulting us into the future towards $60,000. Just give me a moment. I am going to post a link to the stream on Twitter. Just give me a moment, guys. Don't go anywhere. All right. There we go. Tweeted that out. Liked and shared. Thank you, Elijah. Appreciate it, Elijah Van Wimmer. Guys, let's pile in here. Get your crypto friends to tune in. I agree with that. I think that's a fine idea. We've got the Beef Supreme coming in with $5 make you holler. Press 69 for the greatest surge of all time. I love it. I love it. Well, we are arguably about to hit the greatest Bitcoin surge of all time, which will cascade downwards. Beef Supreme, bringing in that big beefy energy into the chat. I love it. 69 all the time, all day, all night. Feeling all right, out of sight. 69s all across the board. Look at that nice V formation of 69s in the chat. That is funny. I mean, how coincidental is that? Look at that perfect V formation. It's like a perfect arrow pointing that way with the 69 formation there. That is wild. Bitcoin to 69K. Ambitious, but I think we're gonna get there. Just a matter of when. Just a matter of when. Yep. 69K coming soon. Someone says. Yeah, we're gonna get to 69,000, gang. It's just a matter of when. I think this. Personally, I think there's a high probability that this is the beginning of a tremendously big bull run. I think this is beginning of what has been accumulating for the past several months, frankly. I think that's the highest probability scenario. Alrighty. Abstractus says, I made the V happen because my name is so long. Yeah, you did. You kind of did. It's beef tenderloin, says Alan. Look at this, guys. Coming up to 59,800. 59,800. Going down, Julie Brown. Tonight. Feeling all right. Out of sight. Look at this. Closing in on $60,000. Much, much faster than I anticipated. Much faster than anticipated. This is a Bitcoin bull run that we haven't seen in a long time, folks. A long time. This is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Just amazing. Amazing, as Jesse Lee Peterson says. Amazing. I'm checking up on Bitcoin here. I'm going to check up on Matic again. It's a Bitcoin breakout for shizzle, guys, for sure. We are up close to 4% over the last couple hours here. I'm going to shrinky dink that chart down a little bit so you guys can see the tail end of it that's kind of getting cut off. So just give me a moment, guys. Just fine tuning a little bit. There we go. That's what we want to see. Bezos loves the action. Jeffrey Bezos. Spaghetti tomorrow night with cheesy garlic bread. Sounds tasty. Butter those buns. Tomorrow is pizza night for me, like every Friday. Abstractus Artemis contends. I am excited. Are you guys excited? This is fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Wild, wild stuff, in the words of Ed McMahon. So I'm on more of a strict diet. I actually made myself a fantastic pizza last night. Because I'm on a strict diet. I can't do gluten or dairy due to inflammatory issues. So I had a cauliflower crust, a cauliflower-based crust, and I put on some full-bodied olive oil and some garlic salt, and I mixed it together, and I lathered that on with my hands on the base of the crust, and then I put on some fresh tomato marinara sauce, and I put that on, and I like a little extra sauce. I like it saucy. I'm a saucy man. I'm the South Mouse. So I put on some extra marinara on top of that olive oil garlic salt base. And then I chop up some fresh green pepper, some white onion, some fresh Roma tomato, just sliced, not diced. A little bit of cilantro, some pepperoni, some grass-fed sausage, made for pizzas. A little bit of green olive, and then I just sprinkle some dairy-free cheese on top. They actually make some decent ones, some a lot more palatable ones than they used to now, but not even too much of that stuff. Not even too much of that. But just sprinkle a little bit of that on there, and it's like a thin cauliflower crust. And then I leave it in so it gets nice and crispy. Leave it in long enough so that crust gets nice and crispy. Nice, thin, and crispy. And then you pull it out, you slice it up into squares. And that is good stuff, man. Good stuff. In my opinion, I mean, people have different tastes in pizza. I actually get like the trashy pizza vibe. Like, that's good too. I just can't eat that right now. But how I described you is genuinely how I like my pizza the most. Not too much cheese. I love cheese in the mix, but not too much. Abstractus Artemis, Steven Steele, tried green olives in my pizza. All I can say is thanks. You're welcome. Green olives it just brings it all together, man. It brings it all together, man. 59,800. We just hit 59,800. Feeling spooky, my friends. Feeling lucky, feeling spooky. In fact, this is a cause for a Halloween season celebration. I'm going to get right back with something to ring in that new ATH for a long time. Not the ATH of all time, the ATH for a while. Hold on. Just as then, check out my floor, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying it. You know, I love my camera. It's a Logitech Brio, but it doesn't come with a clip. You just kind of have to balance it on your monitor. What kind of design is that? Not a very smart one. Not a very smart one. Not a very smart design. Okay. And we're back. We're back. Let's see here, guys. We are headed towards 60,000 in short order. Chuck Norder. How about that, folks? How about it? This is the floor. We can only go up from here, Hector says. Literally. That's one shiny, clean floor. I do what I can, guys. Hit one if you like square pizza. Yeah, I only cut my pizza in squares. Even if I'm ordering pizza, I'm like, you cut that sucker in squares. Or sometimes I'll just tell them, don't cut it. Uncut. Spare your jokes. So here we are, guys. We're getting closer to 60K. Feeling all right. Out of sight. I don't have a brick oven here, guys. I don't have a brick oven. What do you think this is? Oh, my electric pumpkin. I was going to let off my electric pumpkin that I just got. But the button to trigger it just broke. Wait, I think I can fix it. Let's see if this works. Let's see if it works, folks. If it doesn't work, I'll be sad. If it works, I'll be very happy. Oh! This camera hates me tonight, folks. You know, as much as I like this camera, I think I'm just going to have to get one that has an actual clip. This is no bueno. I mean, it keeps you guys excited. It keeps you guessing. When's Steven Steele's camera is going to take another tumble, folks? When's it going to take another tumble? Okay, we're back once again. Party people, and let's begin. All right, let's try this again. One more time. Look at this. We're headed towards 60,000, folks. We're at 59, almost 59,900. Let's celebrate with a little bit of electric jack-o'-lantern spookiness. I don't think I'm quite lined up on the screen, but let me get to my streaming program. I'm just realizing that right now. My goodness. There we go. Hi. Okay. Lasagna's bomb. Yes. It's an epic stream, says Crypto Leprechaun. Guys, we are doing it to it. We are going to see, I believe, $60,000 tonight. 60,000 Bitcoin. Can we make it tonight, or will we get beat down with retracements right before the 69 hits? This will keep us in suspense until it happens, folks. But all I can say is, if this keeps going on the trajectory that we have seen tonight on this show, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 69,000 tonight. It's certainly within the cards. Look at that, guys. We just hit 59,900. What a bull run, ladies and gentlemen. Just phenomenal. We've got jack-o'-lantern. We've got jack-o'-lantern emojis all across the chat right now. I love it. All right. Here we go, guys. 59,900 ascendance, absolute ascendance. Cheryl Ram coming in with $1.39 with a big emoji, dollar signs in her head. I feel that. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate you. Super chats will keep a pep in my step, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Trailer Park Doge go around the outside. Malcolm McLaren did the original of that called the name of the song is eluding me. Buffalo Girls. Yeah, great song. Yes. Nobody flush, please. Hold it, says Slay Blaze. Here we are, guys. Are we going to hit 60,000? We are almost there. 59,784. Keeping a close eye on that. Another green candle forming, going to 59.8, 59.8. Can we keep it going, folks? Can we keep it going? Just phenomenal. Sorry, I'm checking a very time-sensitive notification here. Just bear with me, folks. All right, thank you for waiting. Here we go, guys. 59.8, 59.8, ramping up again. 5-minute chart. Let's go to the 3 minute. Let's go down to 3 minutes. So 3 minutes will show us even more details. We're on some minor retracement. So let's see where it brings us. Now we're coming up against more resistance. There's always going to be a lot more resistance when you get closer to 60. 60 is a big sell-off point for a lot of short traders. So you just got to keep in mind there. Getting over this hump and actually breaking on and even touching 60K, let alone getting through 60K, is going to be kind of a big deal. So I expect to see us get knocked down a few times before we can touch 60. That Bitcoin dip 29K 2 months ago is going to make some folks rich. Yes, yes. Good observation, C. Vidal. Up, we're building up again. Here we are at 59, 742. We're going to try to retest that that threshold of resistance here, right at about 59.8ish, 59.85. It's kind of where it keeps getting knocked back down. So we'll see how it retests. Here we are at 59.8, guys. 59.8. I got dark sea salt chocolate and ginger tea in my veins tonight, folks. No joke. This is no joke. 59.97, 59.917. Holy smokes. Big green just lit up there. Holy cow, we got so close to 60 there, guys. Touch 60 on Webull. Well, we're not Webull, folks, so we haven't touched 60 here. Beef Supreme coming in with some timeless words from Chumbawamba. Chumbawamba. Here we are. Another green candle starting in formation here. Also hit by some retracement. This is where the most resistance is that we're seeing right now. It's right around 59.8586. It seems buy and sell orders are about equal. Some more buy orders actually coming in now. Yep, a bunch of buy orders just came in. We're going to see a big green come through right now. Here we are at 59.941. 59.941. Can we break on through? Come on. Let's burst through that resistance. Let's burst through all that resistance. We are ready. We are ready to embrace 60K, and we are ready to stay there, ladies and gentlemen. 59.879. 59.879. Let's see if we can do it. To it. Guys, if you're brand new to the channel, you're watching Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. We are in the middle of a massive Bitcoin breakout. Great to have you here. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit all on that notification bell. And most importantly, hit subscribe, of course. Join us. Ascend with us to the moon, Mars, and beyond. We've got an awesome little community here. We may not be the biggest, but we are the best. We've got the best community here. We got the best people. 60K and stay. I like where your head's at, the Beef Supreme. We're at 59.8. Look at that, 8 exactly right now. It froze there just for a moment in time. And going through some retracement. And we'll just let it accumulate and see where it takes us. Rock and roll to 69K. The Beef Supreme says it's a new age. I agree. Let's make 69K the new floor, huh? Let's do it for El Salvador. I like that. I like that. Do it for El Salvador. I bet a lot of folks in El Salvador that were a little bummed and skeptical about the Bitcoin becoming legal tender, probably thinking right about now, like, no, Bitcoin stuff's not so bad. Yep, we're seeing some more retracement here. I think we're going to go back and forth for a bit, right at the top of 59, between 59.5, 59.8. And it'll keep retesting there until we can break through enough resistance and shake enough shorts out. Carlos says, ask, so Doge in a couple of days? Yeah, I think I give a high probability that Doge is going to make a similar bull run in about 48 hours from now. If Elon tweeted right now, Doge would go nuts. I wouldn't put it outside of him. He's been paying a lot of attention to the Doge lately. Actually, Elon just followed Billy Marcus, the creator of Dogecoin, just yesterday, and has been joking around with him on Twitter. If you're shy, say hi, says Audio Freak. I agree. If you're just a lurker and you've never chatted in the chat before, now's the time to come out, okay? We're here. We're not going to bite. Just say hi. H-I. We know you're out there, lurkers. Some more retracement coming into play here. But I think we're going to be building up here very shortly. I think we're going to be making another test run towards 60K here, starting any moment. For El Salvador, says Scott Herforth. Free the people. Free the markets. Jim Dogeson. Is that for Jim Morrison, but Jim Dogeson? I just got that now. The Beast Supreme declares it's going to be manifested to $69,000. I'm with it, Beef Supreme. I support. I support it. Let's see what we're doing here. I got more retracement. We just kind of keep ping-ponging back and forth here. I knew we were going to meet a lot of resistance at the top of 59. That's exactly what's happening. Let's see if we can break through, guys. And not just, I don't mean just kiss 60,000. I mean, stay above 60,000. That's what we want. Touching it's great, don't be wrong. But staying at or above 60,000 is what we want. Are we going back to 24/7 streaming? My throat can't handle it, and I don't have enough support with my co-hosts. My co-hosts have been MIA, guys. But I did tweet about it. Someone bought 5 billion Dogecoins earlier today. Marcus coming in from Germany. Hello, Doge Army. How are you, everybody? Leaving LA to Germany again. Stay safe and pumped. Stay in shape, Steven. Thank you, my fit friend from Germany. And he's back in the States doing business in Los Angeles. Marcus, great to hear from you. Great to hear from you. Awesome, my friend. Hot Trade streams 7 to 9 hours a day. Yeah, but I bet they don't do it with one person talking. That'd be impossible. I agree, high tech, low life. I am looking into that. I am looking into that. Yeah, wait till Asia wakes up and starts trading. I think we could really go nuts here, guys. Relax, go nuts. All right, here. Let's see. All right, got a little synth city in the corner there. I love the Steven Steele emojis, Marcus. Bringing it. I love it. butt China? What is butt China? Hey, it's Sir Charles Steckler. Good to see you. Speaking of Dogecoin Breakout, as we have all been hoping in the last month, is like sitting on a dragster at the starting line with no transmission in the car. Your analogy is a fair one. Yeah, it does feel that way. But I do think it's coming. I think Dogecoin is going to reach a point of critical mass with all of its accumulation, where I believe it's high probability it's going to really burst out into the likes of which we've never seen before. Mina T. Hello, Stephen. Hello back, Miss Mina. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, guys, this is the most significant Bitcoin breakout we have seen in months. So just fantastic. Will we reach 60K tonight? We're certainly trying to get there. We certainly hope so, but there's a lot of resistance at the top of 59. Can we break on through? I think it's probable. I think it's possible. We'll just see. We'll see if we can get enough accumulation to break through all that resistance at the top of 59. I think not for sure, but I think it's a very high probability that we'll see. We'll be sitting comfortably a little bit above 60,000 somewhere throughout tomorrow. Tonight is another matter. Of course, we want to see a big 60K breakthrough tonight. We want to see it ascend right through there and stay right at a little bit above, frankly, of 60,000. And then we want to start moving our way through the 60Ks. That's what we want to see. Surge Bitcoin today, then surge Doge tomorrow, says Celeste. I believe it. I receive it. I think that's what's happening here. I think that's where it's all going. Doge X continuing to mint throughout the night. Another 10 got minted in the last 20 minutes here. So Doge X continuing to mint even in through the twilight hours, which is like an extremely bullish sign for any NFT project. When you see people continuously minting and not stalling all throughout essentially a 24-hour cycle here. Audio Freak, I still have 2 songs to mix. You guys always put me behind. We don't mean to distract you, sir, but coming from a production background, I certainly empathize and understand what you're saying there. I get it. All right. I'm sniping moons off the floor, but I'm done. You know, I was just thinking that, Audio Freak. There's a lot. I think that's smart. If I was in a financial position to do so, I would do it. There are a lot of moon doges right on the floor there at the entry level, right at about 7, I think they were. I mean, that's a lot of great opportunities there. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, we're just kind of trading sideways right now. 59.7, right around there. Beef trying to manifest us to 69,000. I love it. Manifest to 69, guys. I understand Abstractus Artemis. That feels good. I need a good Doge pump, please, God. Please, God. Wow, just the plea. Just take it easy, sound gods. We'll get there. They say China like the bulls. China. Irrationalist Yoda, good to see you in the mix. Can Bitcoin get to the big 6-0? We're starting to head and retest there right now. Let's check out the charting. Holding it around 59.7. Buy-sell orders are kind of canceling each other right now. Cancel each other out right now. All I'm seeing is a lot of sideways trading, canceling each other out. Now I do think we're going to get to 6,000 comfortably and stay there more than likely within the next 24 hours here. I need a good Doge pump. Yep, don't we all? Don't we all? Hey, what's up, Mama Crypto? Yeah, we're going kind of definitely a longer stream tonight in lieu of what's going on with BTC. Just kind of having a market watch hangout and just enjoying the ride, I cannot wait till my new desk comes in so I can more comfortably do marathon streams. Zombie Doge Army celebrating 5 months of membership now. Boom, 5 months strong. Thank you, Zombie Doge Army. One of our most ardent supporters here at Steele Live. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. Always good to have Mama Crypto back in the mix. Zombie Doge is a beast. But where did Josh Randell disapproves go? Or disavows? Josh Randell, where did he go? Yay, vampire streams. Yep. Ah. Guys, in order for me to keep going here, today was my first long position leverage. Thank you to whatever deity that decided to put a smile on me. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Guys, in order for me to stay on the air for these long ones, I got to stretch my legs. So I'm going to turn off the camera for a moment. I'm still with you. I just got to stretch it out because sitting on the edge of the sofa doing long streams really hurts my bum and my legs and my back. Oh. So I'm still here. We're still going. I just gotta stretch it out and stand up and, get a little loose. And that's my DogeX avatar on Discord. I grabbed myself a seltzer, a little refreshment. Bitcoin, yep, just still kind of trading sideways, accumulating, looking to retest again. Looking to retest again. Of course, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and join us. We have an awesome time here. We've got an awesome little community. Love to have you be a part of it. All right. Getting back sorted here, guys. And we're back. We are back. Esteban coming in with a $5 make you holler. Hi from the great beyond. Biggest Steven Steele fan. Esteban, thank you. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Good to have you with us. Celeste, you're funny. But it is true. Sometimes I am pants free on these live streams. The pants off dance off. Anyone ever participate in a pants off dance off? They can be quite a lot of fun depending on who your dance partners are. High tech low life. Steven Steele looking to PSOA's muscle stretching change my life. I will look into that. If you're on Twitter, send me a DM just reminding me about it. Look at all these likes. Smash that like button, y'all. I couldn't agree more. By the way, I just joined. What have I missed? Well, I've been on for almost 3 hours. So we're in kind of a bit of a marathon stream due to the parabolic breakout rise, somewhat parabolic, of Dogecoin. I wish, of Bitcoin, but usually Dogecoin precedes these kind of breakouts within the next 48 to 72 hours. All right, take it easy, Crypto Tank Girl. 59,624. We just keep retesting and trading sideways here, guys. We just want to get going. We want to break up and break out. Sounds good, high tech low life. Sounds very helpful. Sound gods, you're being a dick. Steve wants to hit 60K, so he can abandon us like always. Guys, you'll be hard pressed to find anyone who streams more than me as like one man. I'm on here 6 to 7 nights a week. Of a minimum of about an hour and a half. But I will say, once I get my new setup with my desk and my desk is on back order now, which really ticks me off. I've got my chair and I have it all assembled, but I don't have my desk. Once I get my new setup properly sorted, then I'll be in a much better place, comfort-wise, to be able to do some marathon streams sometimes. Also been to store a lot of stress in that area of the body. That is so true. You know, I noticed the most back pain and tension that I have is on the lowest lower back, right directly above the butt, or the butt and the back intersect right there. And when I haven't had a massage in like a year and a half, something like that. But when they really focus on that part, yeah, it really is just like, it's painful, but it's necessary. Steven, the one-man Doge army. That's what it feels like sometimes, honestly. Yes, Bang Stun is in the hizza. I got Nikia Desk at a Target chair. And Target chair, says Celeste. But you guys are all hanging in there. We've been hanging in there for the most part. We lost about Lost about 12, 13 viewers since the beginning of the stream, but considering it's about almost 1 in the morning here, 2 in the morning elsewhere, in the States anyway, it's pretty good. Esteban coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you for putting a little pep in my step with that super chat, Esteban. I love you, Steven Steele. I missed the talks about Doge and your amazing beard. By the way, did you ever finally change internet? If you read this, not doing that. No, not doing that. And not true. Thank you, but not true. Respectfully. So I did change internet. I've got super high speed. I've got I just changed over and I got 1 gig of internet going. So I have the fastest speed available now. I think it's worth about the $25 upgrade a month, considering what I do, right? Between like streaming and following a lot of markets and NFT stuff like that. So yeah. So I've got the fastest internet available now. You're like the Netflix binge watch of YouTube streaming, says Carlos. I'll take it. Been watching Steven Steele streams. So hopefully we can get to 60K. 60K, guys. We keep trading sideways between 5.9 and 5.8 for the most part. It's kind of stuck there right now. All the buys and sells are just canceling each other out, But we'll see. We'll see where the night takes us. We'll see where things take us. I think I put in a very high probability category that Bitcoin will see 60,000 and beyond within the next 24 hours. Abstractus Artemis. Okay, one more. You talked me into it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Abstractus Artemis. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. Big butts, you cannot lie. I do like them a bit curvy. Yes. Was it Starlink that you switched over, Steve Steele? So Starlink is at this time is not available in my area. So I just had to go with what was available. But which is Spectrum, which is pretty much between that and one other carrier, the only ones available in my area. But Starlink, I wish. At least Spectrum now offers 1 gig speed, so they didn't used to offer that until pretty recently. So that was good. It's good to have that switched over. It's particularly good when you're participating. I'll tell you what it's also really good for. When you are participating in NFT lot collections that are very popular to the degree that they're kind of on a limited run and they're going to mint out like very soon, close after the release day, or a lot of times you can get into a bidding war. There'll be limited collections where they'll only release 1 piece at a time at certain times of day, things like that, or just like a 10-piece collection, things like that a lot of people are after. And whoever, it becomes a bidding war where you get multiple people bidding for the same NFT. So that's another thing where the super high speed, the gig internet can really come in handy when you're dealing with that kind of stuff. I ordered Starlink, but not available till next year. Yeah, same here. Starlink's not going to be available till next year in my area. I look forward to switching over to it when I can. So here we are, guys. We're at 59,500 exactly, right down the middle. Where we head next is going to tell us I think it'd be a pretty good indicator of what we'll be looking at the rest of the night. Will we continue to slowly retrace down, for now anyway, or are we going to retest and catapult up and beyond 60,000? I think we're going to find out here not too long. I bought a Jelly Beast yesterday that could sell right now for quite a bit more. I've heard of those. I've heard of Jelly Beast. You need good internet connection for Vivi. Yeah, Vivi is something I'm interested in. I just, like I said, I tweeted it the other day. Just because I don't own or I'm not invested in a project doesn't mean I don't like it. It just means I don't have enough money to just invest in all these different directions. I'm still very much working class, very much so. I currently don't have that much. So it's just a matter of picking your battles at that time and priorities. That's why it's important not to judge people too much for their investment decisions, because we're all in different places. We all got different circumstances. So I like Vivi from what I've learned about it. I just don't have enough money to really put any into it right now, let alone get into all the kind of like sports card NFT kind of stuff. Between I think that world mostly falls between Vivi and Omi, as I understand. Wow, that's a pretty nice flip, Abstractus, from 40 to $500. Awesome. Hating work tonight, so ready for mooning. Rama Crypto, working that third shift. Glad we could keep you comfortable, keep you going strong through the night, all night long. We're going to get there. It's not a matter of if we're going to get to the moon. It's just a matter of when. Mama Crypto. Soundguard, Steven, selling your kidney could solve all your problems. I feel like selling your kidney would solve a couple financial problems, but create a lot of new problems. Inevitably. Oh, Omi is Vivi's native token. I did know that. Thank you for the reminder. That is correct. Abstractus Artemis. Yes. Esteban says, put an order on a Tesla. I put an order on a Tesla about a month ago. Should be getting delivered on February. When I take a road trip, I'll stop by your state, grab some drinks and some steaks. I do like steaks. I do like a good steak. Not a big drinker, but I love a good steak. I'm definitely a carnivore. I think technically I'd be an omnivore. That means you eat both meat and vegetables. But I actually have a couple friends who are solely on the carnivore trip. And I think it's working out pretty well for them. I've been reading about people having really good luck going on like a egg-only diet, like specifically mostly raw egg diet for like 30 days to heal the gut and some other things. And it's interesting. I'm open to it. You can buy a better one later. Correct. Yeah, how is Solana doing? I haven't even checked it tonight. Yep, just trading more sideways, guys. Just trading more sideways. Where's Robbie Gilchrist? He's very random, Robbie Gilchrist. You never know when he's going to come through. You never know. Let's see here. Let me check the buy sell orders going on right now with Bitcoin. Yeah, a lot of sell orders going on right now. Frankly, it looks like some whale action. Looks like some whale action. Ugh. We're going to take it back up 5-minute chart so you can see. Let's zoom it out even further here. Let's take it to 15-minute chart. Yeah, so there we can see the big jump up here, this huge rise that came about here, mostly all green candles. So what's happening right now is very normal considering how high we jumped there in such a short amount of time. Considering how far we came over just the last hour and a half, it's very, very substantial. Right here we're at about 59,000 exactly, so we jumped over $2,000 here almost instantly over the course of like 15 minutes. So the fact that we are in some degree of retracement right now is not only not bad, it's actually healthy, provided it doesn't take a huge dip, but I really don't see that happening. I think this is an accumulation period, natural retracement period before she ramps up again. I wonder if anyone from here misses me similar to Robbie when I'm gone. Yeah, Esteban, we definitely like you here. We definitely like you here. It's always great to have you in the mix. This feels like a stream when Doge was testing at 30. Yeah, well, we used to do a lot of those Doge marathon streams back in the day, didn't we? Sorry, my nose just started itching profusely. With my sinus condition, sometimes I'll get an extra itchy nose, and sometimes I'll have these random, like, sneezing fits. So other than Dogecoin and Bitcoin, what projects, whether it's coins or NFTs, are you guys into right now? What projects are you guys into aside from Dogecoin and Bitcoin that are flipping your switch? Where's Aussie Sam? Aussie Sam has been, I hardly have talked to her in a while. She's just been very caught up with between what's the conditions in Australia and also being a mother. You know, she has a couple children, so between those two things, that's where her priorities are at, and that's understandable. But she's always welcome to get back in the mix whenever she likes. But she just kind of stepped back. I'm frankly just taking a break from crypto. $59,000, going up to 59,600 here. Let's check the charting again. Yep, 59,600. Lots of buy orders coming in, so maybe this could be finally the breakout to 60,000 that we've been waiting for. Tons of buy orders just pouring in right now, so we should see a substantial green candle going up here in just a moment, provided a huge amount of sells don't start backing it. And we're starting to see the beginnings of a green. Won't be enough to push us up to 60. Perhaps. So we are seeing a slight increase coming in. Let's take it there, folks. Let's get down to it, boppers. Let's get down to it, boppers. All right. Come on, let's keep it rallying. Already some pullback there, which doesn't quite add up to me because what I'm seeing on the chart in my end, I'm not seeing a ton of sell orders, so I'm not sure what's happening there. Okay, the sell orders were delayed more than they usually are. Now the sell orders are coming in, so those numbers are lining up and making more sense. Okay, let's see what the projects you guys are into are. BitConnect, someone says. Bitcoin. Algo, XRP says Crypto Leprechaun. Both solid projects. Polygon, all right. Honda, that is also a good project. ADA, of course, that's solid in its own right, yeah. Matic, I'm invested in Matic. Engine, I used to be invested in Engine, but I cashed out a bit ago. Monsters of Wall Street, and now Jelly Beast are the NFT projects. Audio Freak is in. Bangstun says Baby Doge. Been putting together a baby stroller. Okay, I see. Not Baby Doge. XRP gonna fly soon? Quite likely, actually. Quite likely, says Audio Freak. Oh yeah, Sia Coin. Sia, yeah. Those are all pretty solid projects, guys. Trucking all day. Putting some pep in my step. Keeping my head in the game with a $20 super chat. Thank you, Trucking All Day. Just delivered 22 pallets of inflation groceries to a major SoCal supermarket. Keep trucking on the stream, Steven. We're taking you to 10K subs soon. And break an hour drive back, rocking your stream in my day cab. I love it. Thank you, Trucking All Day, for your continued support. I am honored and glad to keep you company while you keep on trucking on the road, up and down those coasts and everywhere in between, making things happen, bringing the food to those of us who need it, which is all of us, frankly. So Trucking All Day, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you. Just kind of going sideways here. At 59.6. Celeste says I'm in all the projects that seem to go the opposite of Moon, so don't follow my advice. Well, with enough patience, Celeste, and holding your positions, I think a couple of those projects will Moon if you got the patience. Project CKB. Oh yeah. I got a little CKB. It's been down for a long time, though. Zombie Doge Armor says, my $5 in Bitcoin is now $7.26. Well, there you go. You can retire now. Zombie Doge Armor. Your work is done. Time to live the life. Grocery stores here, shelves are getting bare. Yeah, I've been hearing about this ominous predictions of the great shortages, right? Great shortages. All right. 59.6. Guys, I'm still here, but my butt and my back are telling me stretch it out. When in doubt, stretch it out. So I'm still here for you guys, but that's what I'm going to do. Your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, has got to get up and stretch it out. That's better. Just strolling from one end of the apartment to the other. All right. I'm here, gang. Just doing a little improv yoga over here. Much better. If you want me to marathon it, this is the only way we can keep it going is if you can deal with my intermittent stretch breaks. All right, name this song. Name this tune. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. It's one of my favorite groups of all time. Tears for Fears. There we go. Tears for Fears. Good one, guys. His mini nightie. I don't have a nightie. Tears for Fears. The song is based on Scream Therapy. Correct. That is correct. Speaking of Scream Therapy, I think it's about time we have a little bit of Scream Therapy right here. All right, all right. Yes, Tears for Fears is absolutely brilliant group. Brilliant group. They had so many good songs. One of my favorite Tears for Fears songs is Break It Down Again. One of my favorite songs of all time. I can't believe how well written that song is. And then I heard an interview with the two guys from Tears for Fears within the last 2 years where they talk about that was kind of like a symbol to them of the apex of their songwriting career in terms of what they felt to be the closest thing to perfection in both composition, lyrics, and everything else. Pretty interesting. Steven, you should turn the lights down and do ghost stories, but incorporate Doge. Keep that in mind, sound gods. We got jack-o'-lantern emojis up on the screen. I love it. I love it. Oh, sound god, stop putting me on the spot. I don't know if I can just improv Doge ghost stories. Well, I will. Maybe. Just let me marinate in my mind. Let me marinate in my mind. See if I can come up with something. Spooky stuff, guys. Are you afraid of the Doge? I ain't afraid of no Doge. Joan asks, will Bitcoin fall now or keep on the road towards 65K? What do you think? I think if I had to guess, Joan, from everything I've been looking at, I would say the highest probability scenario would be that we're going to see it trading sideways here for a bit. Ascending to 65K, I think you asked. Let me see. Let me scroll up here. Okay, I think the most likely scenario is that for it to trade sideways between here and 60.5 for the next, at least next 24 hours from now, before it gets legs to ascend closer to 65,000. But I'd give it a very high probability that we will see 65,000 Bitcoin within about 3 or 4 days, within about 3 or 4 days. And that's kind of more skewing on a bit more of a conservative end. But will we see 60K tonight? I'm not sure. We're trading sideways. There's a ton of resistance at the top of 59. But it certainly could be accumulated and burst through here and beyond. Other than that, I don't have anything else to add. Night of the Living Doge, yes. The Jeepers Dozers. One-day Doge was up at a high price of 75 cents. Then the evil Barry Silbert decided to short it. Alas, came the crypto crash that brought Doge back down to 16 cents. Yeah, but that was an excellent time to accumulate, right around 60 cents. I remember I bought another haul of Doge right at about there, right at about 17 or 18 cents. And we were on the air that night with Nick, calming everyone down. We weren't worried at all. We were fine. I'm sure there's a few of you in here that were streaming, that were watching the live stream at night with Nick and I when Doge fell to 16 cents. There will be FOMO like never before, sometime before the end of 2021. I would agree with that. 28 Doge later. Oh, it's funny. Almost 100 likes. Can we do it? Can we break through 100 likes? I think we can do it right now, guys. If you haven't smashed that like button, do it right now. Let's see the stream break through to 100 likes right now. I think we can do it. Sound guys, I wish it would have sold at 74 cents and bought back in. Hindsight's always 20/20. It's easy to say that after it happens, right? Because you don't know. But I think a lot of people would have sold at least a portion of their Doge and at that point. In hindsight, it's probably better that it didn't work out that way, or we would have crashed even harder. But and all things considered, for as heavy as Doge got hit, it recovered pretty efficiently. I don't know, Zombie Doge Army. I know what you Doge last summer. I see what you did there, Truck on the Day. I like that one. I know what you Doge last. I know what you did last Doge summer. How about I know what you Doge last summer? Look at to 60K, 1215-ish already. We going back up? Yeah, there's just a lot of resistance at the top of 59. Been kind of trading sideways here between 59.5 and 59.8. Still hasn't seemed to be enough to get us through that resistance going out the top of 5.9. Buy and sell orders just keep kind of canceling each other out here, guys. So we were ascending beautifully for a while, and not that we're going down, we're not. We're just trading sideways for a bit, which is all part of the process. But while we're on the air here, we don't want to just trade sideways. We want to keep going this way. We want to keep jetting up, right? We want to keep going. We want to keep going up, up, up. No shortage of bad movie franchises out there. That's for sure. That's for sure. Two more likes to 100, guys. Come on. Press 1 if you want Steven to dance. Oh boy. Same sound, guys. Just tell, try to limit order. Yep. Dance, dance, and make romance. Mance. Sound guys, stop trying to get me to take off. No, I'm not going to do that. No, just you guys. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Shiva, last time I checked, is coming down to earth. Coming down to earth. Oh, my crab dances are not going to be nearly where Crypto Batman's are. I'll have to figure out a dance where I can dance while I'm seated. All right. Yeah, more retracement here, guys. Around at 59.4. NFT pumpkin news. Is anybody else invested in spicy pumpkins? I have 2 spicy pumpkins NFTs. I bought a little high, frankly. I should have waited till post reveal. I actually shared more about what I learned from that experience in the members only chat, but I know that I believe that the main developer and artist really means well and is doing the best he can now to make up for what I would describe as a semi-botched rollout of the project. But he is re-rolling. He's re-rolling a lot of the most common, all of the most common NFTs in that collection, and adding a lot of detailing and things like that to hopefully give them more value and more rare properties. Also, I still think the project could really take off given the Halloween season and it being one of the only Halloween themed NFT collections out there. It's quirky and it's fun. The community is moderate to small moderate, but they're very passionate about the project. And, so yeah, that's about all I know at this point. I think if you have a common Spicy Pumpkins NFT, you can expect the re-roll to land in your wallet on the 18th. Zombie Doge Army coming with a $2 super chat. Can we get one more like? Do it for the Doge. Yes. So close. Yet so far away. Mika turned out to be a disaster right here. What's Mika? Yeah, I think the thing is you guys are just all really good about pressing the thumbs up. Most all of you guys press the thumbs up, so it's more uncommon in this channel for anyone watching not to have already pressed it. You guys are really good about that. There it is, 100 super chats. 100 super chats. A little dance for the 100 thumbs up. I wish it was 100 super chats. A little dance for the 100 thumbs up. There we go. Then there's this move. There we go, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. %. 100 up to the sky. Feeling fly. All right, hit 100 thumbs up. Not too shabby, gang. Not too shabby at all. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Time for a little jack-o'-lantern time. There we go. Solana just did a thing. Let's check out Solana. Solana, whoa, Solana, oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, just did a little spiker there. I thought I had some Solana. Okay, I do. Just not a lot. I hardly have any. Hardly have any. Steven, stop before you get someone pregnant. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't do a semen beam into a lady's womb. Yes, Solana looks like it might be ready to run. How much juice is left in that tank? And you know, I kind of bought it on. I just FOMO'd like $100 in at the top of Solana. That's all I have in it. It's all I mean, like I said, I like Solana. There's a lot of projects I like. I don't have the capital. I don't know who these people are, but I don't have the capital to just be putting money all over the place like this. You got to pick your battles. Attic just broke 4-month downtrend resistance. Let's circle back to Matic. Take a look at what Matic is doing. Now, of course, I wish I had more money in Matic. Hindsight's always 20/20 with this, you guys. And you know, then it also makes you like want to FOMO in, like, oh, maybe I should sell something else off and reallocate some more funds into Matic right now. But it's like, man. Yeah, so it's up 16% for the day, 4.5% over the last hour. Matic is the clear runaway winner, aside from Bitcoin, for the day. I mean, that is very, very substantial growth on a short period of time. But like I said before, I think you could safely invest in Matic now and still reap a lot of gains from it. I see Matic as has such strong potential long term, frankly, that I still think there's a lot of gains there, even at this buy-in point. I don't think it's done for a while. I only bought Matic to mint NFTs. Well, that's in part why it's rising, though, too, is because it's rising popularity as a utility coin in the NFT market. I mean, that is one of the main reasons why it's going so hard. That is one of the main reasons, folks. All right. So we are at, yeah, we got more retracement going on here, guys. You are my friend. You're my friend too, buddy. 59.4. Exactly right now. Look at that. If it gets to $10, I'll sell it. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't blame you there. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do at all. I mean, sometimes you just gotta take your profits, right? You just gotta take your profits. So here we are at 59.5. Just a lot of sideways trading here, guys. A lot of resistance at the top of 59. What can you say? But Matic is definitely keeps running away on us right now. Matic keeps running away for sure. Matic is up about 6% just over the last hour, you guys. Just over the last hour. So, aside from Bitcoin, Matic is the runaway winner of the day. Bitcoin to 69,000. Yeah, I mean, eventually. I definitely think we'll get there by year's end, about 69,000. I'm not sure we're going to get to 100,000 by the end of the year. I know a lot of people were. That was kind of conventional assessment. That was a conventional analysis among most people that was kind of assumed for a while that Bitcoin would hit at least 100,000 by year's end. Then we hit a sizable retracement that a lot of people didn't see coming. I'm not sure why. When you look at the entire cyclical nature of Bitcoin since its inception, this is pretty in line with that. That's why even back then, even when you look at streams where I was doing 6-7 plus months ago, I was always very trepidatious to say Bitcoin could come in at 100,000. I think at the most I said Bitcoin could come in at the most at about 100,000, but I never predicted more than that. I actually would always put it a little bit underneath 100,000 by the end of the year, more closer to 80, you know. But I do think starting the beginning of 2022, we are going to see a tremendous, likely anyway, a tremendous ascendance going in through the first few months of the new year. I definitely think that January and February are even going to likely be more bullish than the cycles that we've seen previously during that time of year. Plan B says October 63,000. I sold my VET. Am I still in vet? Just a little bit, not a lot. And again, as I said previously, I've definitely slimmed down some of my my portfolio in terms of how diversified I am. I'm still diversified, just not as much. I've kind of compiled and lessen the diversity to a degree to put more money in Bitcoin, more money in Ethereum and Doge, and yeah, that's just what I've decided to do. Carlos says, I have Doge at 3 by end of year, my friend. Very bullish. I actually talked about this possibility towards the beginning of the stream. Now, that is extremely bullish, and I will say it'd be more on the unlikely side, but I haven't taken it off the table. There are a few very notable technical analysis who are predicting a Dogecoin rally to the tune of about 1,000% to 1,200% within the next 4 or 6 weeks. And these are guys, TA guys, that have a pretty good track record. So with that in mind, I think it's within the realm of possibility. I think it's definitely more on the unlikely side, but not impossible. $3 by end of year. $1 by end of year I could definitely see with Doge. $3, you just never know. Here's the thing. I think there's a psychological bear for people right at that $1 mark, and once that gets broken, where you see Dogecoin at $1.10, $1.12, I think that completely changes the psychology of how investors view Dogecoin, because there are a lot of casual investors that just think of Doge to $1, then cash out. So we're going to see a ton of resistance, I believe, right when we get close to $1. That's going to beat Doge down considerably a couple times before it ramps up, creates enough volume and accumulation to burst through that resistance. But the good news is, after it gets shot down a couple times bigly, I think that'll be enough resistance to be let be down for Doge to ascend to $1 and beyond. And I think psychologically, when people see Doge beyond $1, it really just changes the perspective of what's possible with Doge. And because of that, I think the amount of time it takes Doge to get from $1 to $2 will be lightning fast compared to what it took for Doge to get to $1. Good night. All I'm going to do, only true form of travel. Go to bed. Oh, yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining us, Bang Stun. Thanks for staying up. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. See you next time. See you next time. Matic RSI 85, Bud says. Look at us just continuously trading sideways for the last hour with this. It's just funny. Just funny. Let's see here. Yeah, Matic's still looking extremely bullish, guys. Doge past $1 is game change for sure. Celeste says, yeah, completely. It completely changes the psychology of how investors and how the community will perceive Dogecoin, for sure. For sure, guys. Yeah, not sure how much more action we're going to see over the next few hours here, guys. It looks to me like there's a fair probability that Bitcoin could continuously trade sideways for the next few hours. All right, gang. Well, I think I am going to wind this stream down. I don't think there's a ton more to cover tonight, but I want to thank each and every one of you guys for hanging out. Really appreciate you guys hanging out in this long one. I've been going for about 12, 1, going on 4 hours here, so I think that's long enough. Appreciate you guys. Hope you had a good time. Hope you got something out of it. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Those of you who are on Instagram, I'm a lot more active on Instagram now. I don't have a ton of followers over there yet, so I'm just building that up. So for those of you who are on Instagram, give me a follow over there. Let's stay connected over there. I'm putting that link in the chat. So anyway, thank you, Captain Howdy, for the $1 super chat. Again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, this is Steele signing out.